It's... Oh, every time I start the game off and I start by typing WASD, and that's not how it works. So I did just build some airplanes last time, which were just making ridiculous money. So much money, in fact, I think I might clone the airport. Can I afford to clone it? No. How much money did my airplane make last year? 100,000. Actually, let's just see how it goes. But yeah, the hey Max.
Hello.
Did you watch the little video Shark I linked earlier?
No, I didn't. I was working.
I will relink it in the Discord chat. So the short version is, just before we were about to finish the stream, Sharka went, an island just to the northwest has been captured by the carrier. So I'm like, save it, let's go have a look. Let's go see how tough the enemy carrier is. And then we headed north for about 5 minutes, and then Shaka goes, carrier sighted. Then I get in the gimbal camera and I have a look, and indeed there is a camera. There is an enemy carrier there that promptly just starts to launch missile after missile at us. So we rammed it. We just literally just slammed at full speed, all our defences on, and rammed it, and then blew it up. It was really.
I mean, that act blew it up.
No, we rammed it, which meant it couldn't really do most things it wanted to do, and then I just laid fire with all the artillery and cruise missiles and torpedoes we had at it. But yeah, it was... the interesting thing is, I'm not the only person. The forums, a lot of people going, it's not that hard, like, similar thing. We attacked it for a laugh, but yeah, we properly went for it. I'll just pop it up on the stream for... Oh, bloody hell! But you just punch a hole all the way through. Literally, point blank range, literally jabbing one thing into the other. And let's see what this does. This is our last one. Dodge this. So yeah, what we were expecting to just get our ass whooped. The idea was to... learn how the enemy attacks you and stuff. But what actually happened, we just won and went, oh right, I suspect by the time we come around to fight it properly, they should hopefully have fixed it a little bit. Because it was a bit easy.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hello.
So yeah, if you two hadn't gone to bed, you would have. We got the achievement, ram one carrier into the other. But yeah, we were genuinely not expecting to win. Like genuinely, was expecting just to get asses whooped, and went, oh, we've won.
We didn't.
Okay. No, we destroyed it. We did you not see the videos?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, we whooped its ass, but I was expecting to die a lot.
He was like, I want to attack, and I was like, I expect you to die.
Well, the idea was to sort of, end of the stream, we saved it just to sort of investigate but how hard it is. I mean, to be fair, the carrier had a good go at us, and we ran out of torpedoes and noisemakers and defences. We'd given everything we've got. But well, I was lucky that I managed to land so many hits with the gun. I was a good lucky shot, which did help a lot. Just watching how the our 747 is doing. I'm pretty sure we should just clone it. Yes, it's made 55,000. Oh, it's making 55,000 a journey. Yeah, okay. So apparently, Tad was right about Carrier Command, and if you look at an island, it does now tell you what you unlock. So we need to find the island that gives us torpedoes, because we've got 3 left, I think. Which is going to make taking any islands with boats tricky. What month is it? December. I'll say I'm making about 100,000 a year at that plane.
We're just trying to get our team's debt down.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's raking in lots of money. I could clone it, but it will take about 10 years to pay back its cost.
It's not bad ROI though, is it?
On an airplane, 10 years? My God, yes, that's amazing.
I wanted to set up a loop down the bottom here, bottom corner with lots of farms aren't having anything done to them, but that will cost us several 100,000, so I'll let it stew for a minute.
Well,
I'm going to get a drink, back to know.
Okay. Oh, Gordon, how did you manage? How was your profit negative 100,000? What the fuck? Oh, is that this one? What is going on with you, Gordon? Let's have a look at you.
No, I'm suffering from the disease that I like to construct new and I don't like to maintain all.
Hello, Noah. How are you doing, sir? Is it just a great stance that has nobody at it? I guess.
This may sound stupid, but is there any way of speeding the trains up?
Lots and lots of ways. Mate, what do you, when you say speed up, do you mean their top speed or their acceleration?
Their top speed.
No. But the only way you can do that is with a better train.
Oh. And we're stuck at the moment with Gordon.
Oh, fuck Gordon. Pip and Emma's much faster than Gordon. But you should be using monorail where obviously where possible, monorail is...
Is monorail faster than... I mean, monorail and Gordon, yes?
No, not monorail ever. Not monorails. Sorry, not Gordon ever. So our fastest monorail does 112 miles an hour. Pip and Emma do 100. Gordon does 92.
I thought that monorails are like
Yes,
better
no?
trains, but they seem to be like between trams and trains.
Yes, no?
Hold on, so that one does oil. No, that one does coal. We're not doing any coal, are we?
No.
I'll say no then for the
The running
moment.
cost just went up.
Hmm?
The running cost just went up.
That doesn't... Yeah, well, they go up every year on the 1st of... But look at our money. Our money is just ploughing in.
No, I mean, there's a message from vehicle manufacturer. Hitachi tanker monorail train.
Yes.
£784,000. 200 tons.
Yeah.
Maximum speed 160 kilometers an hour. Blah blah blah.
Kilometers? No, because we don't have any oil or coal, so there's no point. But have you seen how quickly money's rolling in, though? Wrong button.
It's doing alright, yeah.
Well, like, our loan's nearly gone.
Cool.
It's mostly just Gordon causing us loss, but Gordon is still servicing a small town. It's all right, Noah. We did do a clip of the end, which was pretty awesome. Oh no, not that. So you missed the fun bit if you left for the end of the stream. $20,000 left on the loan. And loans paid back.
Wait.
Can't believe you're in kilometres though. Ugh. What do you do in this game? There's a world. In a world. You make money. I mean, our goal specifically is to have the best performance history. We're currently second. So your specific goal is to have lots of vehicles, lots of stations, make lots of profit, deliver lots of cargo, have lots of money, pay off your loan, etc., etc. In practice, it's quite complicated, but you move resources from one location to another and charge them for the privilege of doing so. Oh, we are doing coal.
Are we?
Yeah, Sunston Mines.
Hmm.
I might start to convert that to monorail then.
Monorail.
Monorail. How am I going to arrange this? Unless I go crazy though, my construction should not cost more than the money we're making. But this could be the beginning of our monorail backbone.
Cool.
But even though it takes a very, monorail lasts for a long time, and so did Maglev, there's always just kind of a, I've got to tear up all the stuff I made, even though you made it many hours ago. Oh, I take it back. I've just spent all the money on trains. Come on, somebody arrive. So the airplane I made, every time it lands, it's about 50,000.
Nice.
The safety panel on the floor is for self-destruct. No.
Huh? What?
I'm also reading your chat in YouTube. And Noah's asking what the panel...
Oh, yes. So we think it's actually for PvP, which isn't necessarily implemented yet. We think it's there so you can board an enemy carrier and then blow it up. But yeah,
They're bound to be in that room.
well, unless they're... Yeah, this is... I mean, it looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff that it just isn't done yet, because obviously, as a great man once said, wasn't they? Games are never finished, they merely escape. Because you remember we found the lifeboats yesterday. So
Yeah.
if you look carefully, the lifeboats have screens.
Yep.
But they're not usable yet, and may never be. So it may just be like an old bit of code that they never got rid of, or whatever.
Could use more tactical stations. more like have role of being able to micro the plane's management. Like in VR, being able to like tell a drone to lift off by doing like, I don't know what those things are called, but you have green and red light and then you wave your hand.
Oh, like semaphores. That would be awesome. Do you mean semaphores?
I guess.
Not for signalling, I think he means for beckoning, directing traffic.
Yeah, aren't they not semaphores, the things they wave? Not semaphore flags, obviously, those are different.
But what's the person or the job that they're
Let
doing
me
when they're
Google.
waving?
What do people wave at planes to direct them? I love Googling the stupid thing is if it gets it right. Yes, it is. Air traffic control. Plane control waving wand? What would you call it? Aircraft marshalling. With they're called wands as well. They're actually called self-illuminating wands. You're a wizard, Harry. You're an aircraft marshal, Harry.
A stonking good one, I'd wager.
Yes, that would be quite cool.
It's not a copter, it's Leviosa.
Helicopter. Next stream is Live for Speed. All welcome. It's a public server that we do, and hopefully Jay has taken on board some of the feedback from his driving. He also changed his steering wheel setup, which made such a difference. See, he had it on not quite a way with a dead zone, but in such a way that it wasn't very what's the word? He had to turn the steering wheel too far, but he's fixed it. So hopefully he'll be doing better. We're actually at the end of the last stream. Everyone is just getting that little bit better, which I said I'm super proud of all you guys. Sort of learning to drive a car properly, and that's awesome. That seeing you all just get that little bit better in each stream we do. Except sometimes when Jade just forgets to how to drive down a straight.
Oh, on its roof.
Well, usually, I mean, I put the car on its roof. That's usually when I've been giving it. I've been a little bit more aggressive than I should be, and what I've done is I have clipped a concrete wall, just flipped it. But yeah, it's Live for Speed is tomorrow, which is an ultra realistic racing simulator. Like, if you guys were to drive a real car on a real track, it would handle to within a few % of how cars in Live for Speed handle. The which one is it? The GT4? RB4. That handles almost exactly like my Impreza. It really does. Only my Impreza's faster. Well, I'll be strapped.
Do we get XP for real cars doing that?
Do you get what for real cars, sir?
Real XP for levels for real cars?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. In real life, you'll get your lap times and you improve on your lap times. No, it's worth a watch because I do it. I've got a motion rig and VR, so I'm actually strapped into a chair that then proceeds to abuse me. Okay.
All of us who ran into him deliberately to watch him get abused. It's hilarious.
This is my life. Bugger, you know that train I said we didn't want? I changed my mind. I want it now. We have to wait till March. Then I'll get rid of Dirty Percy. Oh, what? Wait, really? Is I? Fuck off, yes I do. How long have I been streaming for? What, today or in my life? I mean, I started streaming like 10 years ago, back before it was cool. It was a bit cool. I'm ignoring you, Izzy, because I'm talking to someone, so you're obviously talking shash.
Don't you
You
do
might wanna
the
be-
thing where you prove that you are working, like streaming part of the work?
Yeah, I mean, I started off by streaming work.
We are still trying to auto-renew Dirty Percy, so I imagine you probably want to tackle that.
It doesn't matter if
It
we
may just auto-renew.
Yeah, but if you renew it, then it's worth the same amount. But that makes sense. Like as soon as Dirty Percy's dropped off its load, I'm going to sell it. Oh my god, how is Gordon losing us so much money? Oh, today, like 19 minutes. We start at 9 o'clock British time every day. Quite reliably, which is one of the things they say you should do.
Same bad time on the same bad channel.
Yeah, showing your age there, I'm afraid, Schalke. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, but we all know what it is, so we all know we're not going, what the hell are you on about? So we're showing our age by being complicit.
Yeah, we're old.
Get used to it.
Wait, hold on, you can't hear a Is there game sound? There is, but it's not worth hearing. I mean, I've got it. I can turn the...
It's chuff, 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 chew, chew, chew.
I mean, there's the game sound. I assume you can hear that. It's just that Discord I've put a bunch louder. And that's why I just stick some music on. Nice and quiet, like.
I can hear it.
Yay. Hey, Esme, how you doing?
Silently watching, spectating.
Judging.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, the monorail train, the tanker train is refootable to goods, and the freighter is refittable. I can't even pronounce the word. Refittable to anything. Okay, Dirty Percy.
I just had a strange thought.
It's about the word refittable.
No. I was thinking farms and livestock. If you take items of livestock onto your train and you wait 3 months, those items of livestock are no longer going to be viable meat, food products.
Well, no, you don't have to feed them on the train.
No.
Why not?
I do wonder if you collect things from them, can you get methane and how much extra mileage that would give you?
I mean, technically, yes, Schalke, you could harvest livestock on a train for extra miles, because remember, all the upfront energy loading has all been done, you know, by them eating grass and stuff. Wait. You can't hear an apology for what? But you can hear me. Either Noah can hear me, or he's got the most unbelievable psychic powers. Goodbye, Percy. But if you don't have sound on Twitch and you do on... Sorry, if you don't have sound, on YouTube, you do on Twitch, that's a you thing. I'm using Restream. I only send out one signal. I mean, you just it's just getting to chat.
Yeah, Twitch is silent for me as well, but I may have turned the volume. Oh, I've muted it. That's why.
Signal.
It's really, really quiet, but it's there.
Yeah, it works. I mean, it's just getting to chat.
Yeah, Twitch is silent for me as well, but I may have turned the volume. Oh, I've muted it.
And twitch.tv.
I've muted it.
Bear in mind, there's an awful lot of background noise. Wow, there's an awful lot of background noise. What the hell's that? Oh, let me listen to my microphone.
Yeah, it's working. Twitch
What?
is working.
Yeah, but...
Twitch has got sound. It's your aircon, isn't it?
No, I mean, I've got a tiny little air filter by my feet. Hold on, let me try to work what the hell that noise is. There's an awfully loud whoosh noise. But like, if I take my headphones off, I listen to my room. My room is quiet. Like, all I can hear in the back. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm quite loud compared to the fan. Let me just see if I can gate it off. Testing. Testing. 1 2. 1 2 1 2. More than that. How's that? Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, so what you can hear there, that sound is my computer. That's my streaming rig, and that's about 10 feet away. It's ever so quiet. That's really weird. Let me just. And that noise there, that's my fan just blowing on me because it's hot in here. There you go. Hopefully I've got the whatchamacallit about right. I'll turn my echo off. I hate doing sound so much. Yeah, I'm surprised that the sound sounded so awful. Like I'm about to say I've got a nice microphone. Let me just check something. Okay, just checking it's the right microphone. I've had that before. But like I have a microphone that's, hello, it's right here. Like it's very close to my mouth. So I'm surprised it does sound. I should have it like that. Let's see if that's better. Talking. Hello, everyone. And hopefully that isn't too bad. Oh, the sooner I get my echo on, the better. I have poked the guy because he hasn't said when they're coming. Well, I live in England. It's all very wetty here right now. Okay, Dirty Percy 4. You are also for the shop.
So somewhat frequent talk point is about how negligible the electric car air conditioning is to the moving of the car.
Yes.
That's because you don't know the energy scales, or not everybody have intuition for it.
Well, this is the thing. The moment you get an electric car or possibly a smart meter, you suddenly do. So the thing is, everyone knows what kilowatt hour is. Everybody knows this. It's how long it takes to run a 1-bar heater or a fan heater on setting 1 for an hour. It's dead easy. Everyone has a good idea of what 1 kilowatt hour is. What is surprising...
Yeah, usually it's a crappy old kettle as well.
Yeah, but the thing about kettles aren't very good because you don't run a kettle for an hour.
No.
That'd be a very crap kettle if it was 1 kilowatt as well. Yeah, but you have a good idea of what 1 kilowatt hour is. What you don't have an idea of is how much electricity, or how much energy it takes to run a car.
No, because you just chuck money in it and hope it keeps going.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, just random car, a Tesla Model 60 uses 18 kilowatts, which we know what that is. That's the equivalent of running 18 1-bar heaters for 1 hour, or one of them for 18 hours, for 100 kilometers. So just to drive
So how much? 100 kilometers?
100 kilometers is 18 kilowatts, yeah.
Okay.
So it's you get a very good idea very quickly of how much energy that is.
How hungry it is.
Yeah. Because the thing is, so that means that an aircon in a Tesla running for 1 hour will use up the same amount of electricity as traveling 5 kilometers. It's nothing. It's a paltry amount of electricity.
Yeah.
Carrier Command, I think, was $25. £5, something like that. But yeah, so if you assume that your car has a 1,000 watt heater, it probably doesn't have even that. Cause it probably doesn't. But let's assume, because it's nice and easy. That means if you're driving along with your heater on, you're using about 6% more electricity than driving around with it off. That's it. It's not a large amount. And I see people go, but the weirdest one I keep seeing is, if you're going along, with the lights on and the windscreen wipers. It's like, the windscreen wipers? How much electricity do you think a windscreen wiper uses?
Megawatt.
Safety first.
But, like, a windscreen wiper's going to use up, like... Oh, it's intermittent, but even it's flat out, 50 watts? Maybe 20 watts? It's not going to use close to 1,000.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about trains and how much power they use, and like methane that a cow would produce. So if a grass piercer kind of scenario would be possible, where you grow grass just outside the track, and then when the train comes by, it harvests it and feeds it to the cows.
This is
whether that has any chance of being self-sustaining.
Let's do the math. So ruminant livestock produce upper end. Let's do the upper end. Let's make it easy. 500 litres of methane a day. How much energy in 500 litres of methane? Methane. That's really unhelpful. Landfills produce 15 billion kilowatt hours. Oh man, now I'm into complicated. Here we go. 1 cubic meter of biogas, 6% methane, is 6.7 kilowatt hours of energy.
So again.
Do they not mean kilowatts of energy? 1 cubic meter of biogas, which is 60% methane, converts to 6.7 kilowatt hours of energy. I'm pretty sure that means kilowatts. This thing, people get it really confused. Oh. Kilowatt hours is 6.7 kilowatts 1 hour. It's not an amount of electricity. 6.7 kilowatts is an amount of electricity. Now the question is, how many liters in a cubic meter? 1,000. So 1 cubic meter.
No, it is correct. It is kilowatt hours for conversions like that, because kilowatt hours would be telling you the definitive energy amount that it could translate to.
But kilowatts is the rate.
Just kilowatts is just a measure of a flowing current.
Yeah.
This doesn't apply to gas.
No,
exactly.
Yes,
because we're talking about the energy density.
Yeah,
which would it's in order to measure it in electricity, it would be electricity over time.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I am wrong. You are completely correct. So, Schalke, the short answer is a cow produces about 3 kilowatt hours of electricity a day. So if for some reason your train is the same amount of electricity as a Tesla, and you have 3 cows will give you enough gas to travel 100 kilometers a day. Assuming somehow there's no losses anywhere in the system. There is.
How much grass do they need?
How much grass does a cow need per day? 14 kilograms dry.
That's not much.
14 kilograms is a lot of dry grass.
True.
I mean, 6.4 tons of grass per year.
That seems like an amount that could grow within that distance that it could cover.
Okay, how much grass does 1 square meter grow per year? This is just I've got results just about seeding. I mean, assuming you've got a field, you're probably all right. But yeah, in theory, you could have cows pop tubes up their arses and milk their arses for methane. Yes, this has been suggested. This is definitely a thing that people have considered.
In comparison, how much energy does diesel have per cubic meter?
Well, now the problem is, you're slightly comparing apples with oranges. So diesel and petrol are incredibly energy dense. So per litre, very, 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 very dense. The problem is no one ever, when you're trying to win the argument that electric cars and all that, takes into account the insane amount of electricity it costs to find the petrol, extract the petrol, transport the petrol, refine the petrol, and then transport the petrol again, and then to pump it. Like it's a huge amount, and that brings us much closer to parity. But if you're just looking at the energy in petrol or diesel, it's incredible. That's obviously why we use petrol, because it's so good. But I think it's
some cars run, was it gas as well as petrol, don't they? You can choose between the gas and the petrol.
LPG, yeah.
Well, it's terrible, but both terrible ideas. But
LPG is just cheap, though.
Yeah, or cheaper. I think the price has still been steadily climbing.
Well, yeah, but it's so let me look at petrol density. Sorry, energy density. Wow, it's awful. Oh no, it's not. I take it back. Sorry, I was looking wrong. LPG is slightly more dense than petrol. Slightly. So for 100 litres of petrol, you will go slightly less far than 100 litres of LPG. The fun fact is that you go slightly further on polypropylene, like, you know, plastic sheets, than you do on petrol. Obviously, it's quite hard to put it in, but you can burn it in theory. But yeah, lithium has a specific energy density of 43. Petrol has a specific energy density of 46. So in theory, we could make lithium-based things that store almost as much as petrol, but we're a long way off that. Body fat, by the way, 36. So body fat's almost as good as petrol.
Wow.
Dry cow dung, about half as much as petrol. Yeah, right now, batteries, like best case batteries, are about a quarter of the energy density of petrol. And at the top is hydrogen. Hydrogen has a energy density coming up to three and a bit times that of petrol. With the problem, obviously, getting it and it leaking, and all the other problems with it. That's just why electricity works, because if you think about hydrogen, you're taking electricity to turn something into hydrogen, and then using the hydrogen to turn it back into electricity again. Whereas if you just stick with electricity, you take out the middleman. That's where why it scores so well. What's the most efficient EV? It's super high. Yeah, about 80% EV efficiency. Whereas diesels, the most efficient diesel, I don't mean in fucking miles per gallon. Yeah, diesels have an energy efficiency of about 30%, because, you know, they make noise and heat and drivetrain losses and all that horror. Petrol's about 20%, but whereas EVs, current EVs are like 80% efficient, and they're just going to get better. Yes, my bank has screwed up in a spectacular way and accidentally given me an investment back, which means I am due a shit ton of tax this year. So I might have to do something to reduce my tax bill. And one of those things is to buy something. So I might have to buy a car on the company in order to reduce my tax bill. So,
and you want to buy a train?
Well, this is the fun thing. So in the UK, if you buy a car and it's not a work car, if it's a perk of the job, that's called a benefit in kind. and they really
tax you.
tax you. Oh yes, oh my god, do they
I've
tax
been
you.
there. Well, it's not that bad.
Unless it's electric, in which case the BIK is 1%. And I'm like, oh, interesting. So I've been beginning to look into electric cars. I mean, it depends what your car is, Mac, but basically if you're buying a fancy car, then you will be looking at almost 40% benefit in kind rate.
Wow.
So if you buy a, you know...
That's over the course of a year. It's not over the course of... it's the course of the lifetime. I don't know. It's not like it's a massive hit you have to pay up front. It's like a small hit spread over a long period. It's a massive hit over a long period.
I assume your company just says we'll take it out of your paycheck over the next 10 years or whatever.
It's 4. Then
4
all the time you got the car, you're paying for it basically. But it's over the course of a year. It's spread over. So it's like just a regular amount given and taken out. But then the company can reimburse you for that tax as well.
The point is, what they want to avoid you doing is giving people, like £250,000 cars. Going, here's the car. Because then that's a good way of funneling resources out of the company. But yeah, if you give someone a £100,000 car, that's £37,000 of BIK.
Well, in my case, it was a lease. So I wasn't given the car as such. So that, you're paying for the car for the perk of having a company car rather than owning the car. You get to just use the car. Yeah. Which is irritating, really.
Yeah, hybrids are very generous. Right, if I was to get the car this year, it would be 0% BIK. Next year, which is probably when I'd actually get it, it'd be 1%. So I was like, oh, that might be... I'll chat with my accountant. But yeah, with a combination of Eden and the HSBC righteously fucking up.
Can you not sort of get them to straighten it back out again? Or not? Was it too late?
So, let's...
Was it something you don't want to put across the public?
No. Well, let's make up some numbers. So let's assume, for sake of argument, I invested £10 10 years ago, and my investment has grown to £1 million. So my investment's worth £1 million. But if I get that investment paid into my bank account, I will pay, let's say, 50% tax, which I don't want to. Actually, let's say I put £500,000 in, I got £1 million out, and I'll pay 50% tax, meaning I would have invested my money for 10 years and broken even. That's obviously shit. So the idea is that you retrieve money from an investment during years where there's not much in the way of income in the company, because then you can trade off against tax and so on and so on. But what happened is HSBC were supposed to transfer my investment, the £1 million, across to Aviva, and didn't. Instead, they dumped it into my bank account. So £1 million is returned from my bank account. So I have to pay tax on this. Now here's the shit bit, and I'm not joking. I have to pay tax on this. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there is no way out. That money has appeared in my bank account. I will be paying tax on that. The goal is to get HSBC to pay the tax.
Mm.
And so far,
Fair screw up, they should pay for it.
That's the goal. Well, now the thing is, I actually rang them up on the day before, saying this is going through, and I was assured by a person on the phone talking to me it was all fine. But I've received a letter. First of all, a letter going, "We've received your complaint," and then another letter going, "We get a lot of complaints." I'm like, this isn't filling me with confidence, but we'll get a lot of complaints. We'll get back to you.
So if you have that kind of car, do you become a worker with benefits?
Well, that's called a benefit in kind. So I am employed by Projector Games. It will be a Projector Games vehicle that I would have, obviously, unlimited access to.
Yes, but it's just a P11D or similar.
I don't know what that is, but my accountant will tell me everything I need to know.
Yeah, it's a form that basically says how much tax you're paying on it per year or something like that.
Yeah.
It's to do with that taxing thing. Basically, you get one a year to say you had a car, you've used it.
Yes. Well, my accountant would do that.
He knows about that. Yeah, he should do. Yeah. Of course, you should. Yeah.
But yeah, so I might get electric cars. I've just been sort of beginning to look at things. I want the ID Buzz, which is the Volkswagen microbus replacement. the old camper van thing. The prototype looks amazing, and apparently it's nothing like the prototype. But that's not till next year. And if I don't get that, I don't know what I do want, because there aren't any sort of fun cars on EVs on the market. There's no Golf R32. There's nothing that we like, this is cool fun. So I'm left with going with, getting something super sensible. And a camper van is a sensible electric car to get. So, yeah.
Portable VR space. Ish.
Yeah. I was more thinking about having a little bit at the back of it converted for the cat, so I could actually go places and not go, fuck's sake, I've got the cat to worry about. I'd possibly convert it into I say convert it, it's a camper van, it's already there, but convert it into a mobile office workspace of some description. Now, the interesting thing is, it will come with the hardware to be level 4 compliant, but not the software. So the software will come in at a later date. So in that sense, it should be nicely future-proofed. But we'll have to see on that one. And the steering wheel's batshit. It's like an iPad. It's like a flush iPad. Now think of it more like like if Fisher Price did iPads. It looks like that, and it's flush with the dashboard. And when you start it up, the iPad comes out from the dashboard. And you steer using the iPad. And I'm like, yeah, just the steering wheel's fine. But the idea is, if it's in full autonomous mode, the steering wheel would go flash with the dash. Flush with the dash, sorry. Flush with the dash. I've just upgraded a bunch of our railways to the new high-speed railway.
Oh, very good, sir.
Oh my word, they are very fast. 180 miles an hour.
Miles an hour?
Miles, yes, absolutely. Don't work in kilometres, I'm British. But it does strike me as a bit odd. Like, electric cars aren't anywhere near as good as they're going to be, but they are primarily a solved issue. No car manufacturer, apart from Tesla, makes their own batteries. So everyone just buys batteries. The motors aren't made by the manufacturers. They're all made by Bosch, basically. So why the fuck can I not buy every single car on the market in an electric version? Why? What? I don't understand.
Why can't we convert them?
Oh, you
can say, right, I want to take my old diesel car and convert to electric.
Yeah, no, you can, absolutely. There are loads of electric conversion systems. I looked at the electric conversion system for the Smart, and then sadly, it would cost several times what the Smart's worth. But you can do electric conversions from about 15 grand. Think of what you said another way.
That car.
Well, think of what you said another way. I want to take my diesel car and make it petrol. So that means you've got to rip out the engine and put a new engine in. And an engine is a lot of the cost of the car. So, it can absolutely be done. It's just not sensible. There are more and more interesting conversion systems coming on the market. One of them sits inside the wheel hub. So they did a great... it's a Honda Civic, which is a front-wheel drive car. Only they made the rear-wheel drives electric. So they said it's still got the Honda Civic engine, still got the Honda Civic drivetrain, but we can make it four-wheel drive, or front-wheel drive, or rear-wheel drive. So you can actually do some really interesting bits and bobs with it. But I
presume if you were to rip out, if you were to rip out a power plant out of an existing car, somebody might want that. I've got a knackered blah. I want a new engine. Here you go. Here's an engine. So there may be a second-hand engine or second-hand bits market that may. I mean, once they say right, no more petrol cars, no more diesel cars. Those that are left around are going to be like, well, I need parts.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
there's a possibility of conversions, ripping out bits that people then want to sell on.
I mean, in theory, yeah. I've just had a quick Google. Used Impreza engine, £200. Best of luck. Yeah.
Well.
But yeah, you are quite correct. You can sell on your engine, but not as much. Let me just see if I can find new Impreza engine.
New isn't such a thing, be refurbished or something like that, wouldn't it?
Well, no, you could buy new engines.
Refurbished with warranty.
No, you could buy them.
Brand new.
Yeah. The manufacturer will sell you an engine. You go, I like an engine for impressed. They're like, yeah, right.
Impressed? I thought they'd stop making it for that car.
Oh, right, okay. For that particular car, yeah, that's a little bit harder. But yeah, so a second-hand EJ 205, which is what I've got, is $3,000 because mine's a little bit. I'm just trying to find what the cost is of just a new engine. But you're probably looking at $5,000 upwards, depending on what it is you're trying to replace for a new engine. But yeah, they'll sell it to you. It just comes strapped to a pallet. Get distracted. I'm just making money here. Excuse me. Oh, Pip and Emma is lost. That.
Your sneeze sounded like you were yelling heretic.
Heretic! Heretic! No. Hexen! Now,
Don't make me play that game.
I do have a mute button, but it's on the wrong computer. So I can't easily mute OBS because it's running on a different computer. So I can't mute my sneezes. Apologies.
Apologies potion.
Why, what?
We're back to Harry Potter again.
I want to use a potion to stop me sneezing.
Yeah.
Leviosa. Okay, Liverness Sawmill has goods. Now, this is a good candidate for upgrading to monorail because I have a station and goods makes lots of monies. Oh, wrong way. I want to go up. I have been watching Marvel's What If, by the way, and I have been enjoying it so far. It's been a good series. Today's episode was particularly interesting. You can tell that the actors are they're not voice actors, they are film actors because they're not as good as real animated film actors. Apart from that, it's been very good. So, recommended. And I saw the new Spider-Man trailer, and I'm excited for a film for the first time, I think, since Avengers Endgame was the last film I was excited for. So I'm imminently going to be disappointed because that's how it works. You get excited about something. Oh wow, this is a long way. Okay, maybe I can get rid of that. And we're just going to connect up over here and I'll tidy this up later on. That monorail, there it is. How are you doing anyways, Mia? Are you feeling more human yet?
Define feeling more human.
Capable of using a steering wheel for 3 hours. I don't care about anything else. I actually care
Nope.
about. I don't care about you. I just want more targets on the track. Get over yourself. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Could you not just... I tell you what you should do, is you should get Blood Rose to play Live for Speed, and you should just stand behind her, sit behind her, and just shout what she should do. Plan with no drawbacks.
That's not what happens now.
No, like literally, like left, no, get on the other side of the rope. What are you doing? Put in the other gear. I'd watch that. See, sometimes I just say something and I heard you key up and go, I don't have any words for that. But say if you are up to it, Carrier Command has exceedingly low levels of demanded interaction because it's mostly point and not in point and collect, just point and collect. So most of it we do just spend watching the waves go by.
And a lot of talking around and figuring out who's the werewolves. No, who forgot to order the fuel.
That no one forgot to order the fuel. It was just that the game decided fuel is the least important resource, which I take issue with.
I think the supply was blocked because the assignments were long in a jammed position. Because we figured out the system.
Yeah, but it doesn't service it in any obvious or sensible order. Like, there's no way to say, show me the upcoming shopping list or anything like that. It just does it in whatever order it feels is cool.
Yeah, the game has a good concept and like it exists, but the details are like unrefined a lot.
Well, it is new, to be fair. So I mean, I am hoping they continue to patch it. They certainly have talked about it. They've already done a game called I want to say it's called Broken. They've done another game, and I hope it's not called Broken. It's a very unfortunate name for a game. And apparently they do a good job of patching it and looking after it. So I am confident. How was the VR gimbal zoom? Was it cool or just?
Yeah, it's better. It's getting there. You do discover that the workstations, the monitors are not aligned for your face if you're actually sitting on the chair. So I was like fishing that this was like an old CRT monitor, or that it would like rotate to come to my face.
Oh, so
than the old way of my face rotating to go to the angled monitor.
Yeah, but from what I can ascertain from the patch notes, when you now use like the gimbal camera, you can zoom in and stuff. How's that?
Yeah, you have a pancake screen, and then that pancake screen, you have a circle of pancake that you can use for zooming purposes.
Okay, that's cool. I might have another look at it in VR because it's even in 2D. I still just stand there and just watch the gunfire and stuff go off. It's so cool, even in 2D, and that's not something that happens very often these days. Like 2D's, yeah. And if it's impressive in 2D, it'll be super impressive in 3D. Unlike films.
And I was also noticing something weird, that when the rotations were and you took control of a seal, then it would feel natural, but now when there's no tilt and rotation, I kind of feel weird when I'm taking control of a seal. It's like not doing what you previously did work, and it's skipping the rotation things.
I can't... What, so when you steer a seal, it doesn't steer the camera, it just steers...
No, but when I'm in the tactical station, I'm selecting camera to take control of a seal.
Yes.
Then I'm like pointing at a very random direction, and then I have to like turn to my back left to like face the direction that the seal is pointing.
Or click both sticks to realign your VR view.
That might not work, but it could.
I'd hope so. It should do. Okay, now which of these trains can I use? 100, 187, 112.
I guess I'm expecting that when I'm using tactical screen that I would spawn facing the vehicle front, but now it uses absolute directions, so it's like map direction that
Yeah,
aligns.
that is silly, but should be solved by spinning your camera. I would assume. I'd be very surprised if that was not the case.
Having to constantly recalibrate the camera during your play seems like suboptimal play flow.
I mean, in No Man's Sky, I reset my camera constantly, like constantly. So I've just so you know, Max mostly, I have redone our goods line to be monorail, so this should make us lots of money.
Oh,
So
pretty good.
that's if you bring more wood to Liverness sawmill, that'd be awesome. Now is this Tad?
Maybe.
Tad, oil trains, Tad, oil trains, oil monorails.
Ooh. Oh, they finally figured out, or monorails just aren't for passengers anymore?
Yeah, they're for goods, and they're a bit ugly. The goods train, the oil train look the same, and I don't know why.
Remind me of that station again?
Liverness
Let's look it up.
Liverness sawmill is the one that our goods are coming from. So I'm just I'm just retiring all of our goods trains now. All of our non-monorail goods trains.
Right. Hopefully not the ones I'm using.
Well, if you're using them, they're about to be from between Liverness and
No, not
just
in that circuit. Was it you wanted wood bringing to the Liverness sawmill? Oh, I see. It's a sawmill and
there's a sawmill nearby. There's a couple other sawmills.
yeah. Because I want a faster train. Is the monorail the fastest option now?
At the moment, yes, by far. But in reality, I mean, in England, obviously, we stopped using normal trains in the late 90s. We only use monorails now. Oh wait.
So the preferred entry is that sort of circuit at the back of it, is it?
Yes. We've already got another one hooked up. We've got one hooked up at.
No, there's only one platform.
What?
There's only one platform at Liverness Sawmill for monorail.
For monorail, yeah. I mean, are you going to hook monorail wood up?
Well, is that a bad thing?
That's cool. No, that's good if you want to do that. No, we can upgrade.
There's a train sat there at the
Oh,
moment.
those are not cheap. Oh my god.
Yeah. There's a few woods nearby I can hook up.
There you go. I've now got 2 monorail lines.
Okay, my friends, it's now thank you for letting me play.
And
out of
always a
step,
pleasure.
So that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Always a pleasure to have you aboard.
Hope so.
I'll see you next time you carry a command, I guess.
I guess.
But don't have to.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Have a nice evening.
You too. Bye bye.
What did you have monorail bridge? The speeds of these bridges. Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, always choose that. Don't do a minimum length bridge because you can't have fast ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just put the top one, the fastest one in there, but it just seems a bit daft that they don't tell you the speed in miles per hour. It's always kilometers.
Well, change it under the cogs, under game options. Just choose miles per hour.
Oh, I thought it had already checked that. Cogs game
Hold
options.
on. It's not under that one. That's currency. It'll be under settings. Sorry.
Yeah.
Under units. Yeah, go to settings. Select units, and you can choose.
Got it.
Everything you want.
Imperial. Vehicle speed. Metric horsepower, imperial horsepower. I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know either. I'm going to use tractive effort in foot-pounds though, because I don't understand the rest. But because this is because I'm British. I want tractive effort in foot-pounds, power in horsepower, and height in meters, but speed in miles an hour. Because welcome to being British.
Parents.
Well, I said I'm of the generation where I was taught metric. My parents understood imperial, but my teachers taught metric, but my teachers didn't understand metric.
Yes.
I'm right there with you.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, you're surely worse because you weren't even taught metric. It was just sort of hoisted
No,
upon.
I was taught metric because I was in that small pocket of generation that my teachers were convinced, 100% convinced, the U.S. was going to go metric. And so they're like, no, you're going to have to learn this because there's going to be this massive switchover. And so we were taught both.
Wow. I mean, they do. I mean, I don't think they do it now, but for most of my life, the weather report we're going in, it's going to be a balmy 20 degrees C. That's 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Every time they would tell you both of the measurements on the weather forecast, and I don't know if they still do. For the longest time, like we bought milk in, I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something silly like 0.83 litre bottles, 1 pint bottles. You still buy beer in pints, but it's technically a was it 783 millilitres or something silly?
168.
So you have a drinking problem, Max.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got that situation that we still mix and match the units. As I said, I buy my fuel in litres and then drive around the roads in miles an hour, despite the fact my fuel efficiency is measured in miles per gallon.
Gallon, yeah.
Whatever the hell a gallon is. And then you got,
exactly.
hang on, is it 8 or something litres in a gallon?
Oh, I don't fucking know. It's batshit.
4.5.
Or bananas per thimble.
The only context that I recognize feet in that 5 feet is 1 square.
Which is the best monorail to go for, by the way?
For what?
Which one should I be buying?
For what?
Wood.
You will probably need to use the Hitachi. No, not the Hitachi tanker. The freighter, I believe it's called.
Right, got it. Whoa, that was expensive.
So I like to point out, by the way, in the UK it's 4.5 litres to a gallon. In the US it's 3.7 litres to a gallon because you use a different gallon to the one we use.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, really?
No, you have a US liquid gallon. That's not the same as a UK gallon.
No.
Because I don't.
Is there a gas gallon?
That would be silly.
It's referred to as a liquid gallon. I don't know why. I mean,
Is every liquid gallon American?
No, because when we talk about miles per gallon, we're not talking about American miles per gallon. We're talking about British miles per gallon, which is why our fuel efficiency for our cars is higher than American ones. So, like a Prius, bad example, a Ford Focus over here might get 60 litres of the gallon, but the same car in the US only get 50 litres of the gallon because your gallons are a bunch smaller. It's mad. It's completely mad, I know.
That's what makes it fun.
No, it doesn't.
Isn't there like a thing
Unlike
about
a sadist,
Napoleon's
way you mean?
hate?
What was that, Shaka?
The Napoleon hate was like reported in different units, so the height of that man has like varying reports.
Yes. Thank you for the follow, Mom's Little Mistake. That's a terrible name. I'm sure your mum loves you.
Some of the time.
So in France, I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna Google it. because I'm pretty sure. Yes. At the time of his death, he was listed as being 5'2", but he wasn't. That's 5'2" in French inches, which are not the same as English inches. French inches are longer, so he wasn't 5'2". He was 0.14 feet. Brilliant. Thank you, Google. He was actually about 5'5", not 5'2", because French inches weren't the same as English inches. This is all true, by the way. We're not making any of this up. I've got Google open, and it's a real thing.
Rubbish.
I can't help it that French inches are different lengths.
It's French. We're not supposed to understand.
I did have that French drama joke when he goes, in this machine, and he speaks an ancient dead language. Click, bonjour! Goes, useless gibberish.
And apparently in France, it says it in Greek.
Oh, really? Did you see that chart? Because you know we say the phrase, "Oh, it's all Greek to me." There's a great chart of.
There's a whole bunch of different ways.
Yes, but what do they say? It like there's a great. I'll see if I can find it. And someone did a diagram.
It was quite good.
Of, like, so yeah, a Romanian would say, it's all Turkish to me. A Turkish person would say, it's all French to me. And a French person would say, it's all Chinese to me. And a Chinese person would say, it's all heavenly script to me. Lots of languages say it's all Greek to me. But basically, it all boils down to one of two things. Either going to Chinese and then to heavenly script, or saying it's all Greek to me, then they would say it's all Arabic to me, and Arabs will say it's all Hindi to me. So if you follow the path downwards, everyone ends up saying it's all heavenly script to me, or it's all Hindi to me. Or in the UK, we'd say double Dutch, just to make things more confusing.
Does seem to be your forte.
Yeah, we'll say it's just double Dutch.
Have I done something wrong here?
Probably.
My freighter is doing 75 miles an hour.
Which one?
Predsfield Wood.
Now, what's it called?
It's called Predsfield Wood.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, I can't read this stuff. It's so small. Pottsfield Wood. Let's see. The vehicle is capable of doing. Yeah, that vehicle does 75 miles an hour. But it's got tons and tons and tons of torque, so it gets up to speed very quickly. Whereas the other ones, they will probably never hit their top speed.
Okay.
If you're doing goods or oil, there is a faster train. If you're doing passengers, there's a much faster train.
This is wood. You did ask for wood.
Yes, wood. Yeah, that's the only option for wood at the moment.
Whoa, where the hell that going?
Back
up.
You forgot to tell it to load at Predsfield North.
Yeah, I'll fix it. I need to back, damn you.
Oh, there's a signal on the road.
That's okay.
He pressed the button.
There's no one else on this route
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So
We're all doomed.
So bear in mind, Max. Now we have faster vehicles. You can't do what you've just done. So you need to.
Okay. There's nothing else there.
No. You can't do the corners like that because the vehicles will go very, very slowly around them. So you need.
Well, it copes. It's right next to the station. It's going to slow
How to
anyway.
live your life.
Yeah, but it's what I mean is you've now got to
It's
the
going
point
to pick on all them other corners and go slower. It's going to slow down much more, going all round all those. Corners you put in.
No, because it's not the corner that slows it down. If it's a 45-degree corner, it doesn't slow it down. If the vehicle describes over its length more than 45 degrees, it will slow down. So you want to try and...
It's right on top of its service station that it has to go into, and its platform that's going to service. It's not going to go fast doing that anyway.
With a bit of luck, it should hit the depot at full speed. But yeah, you've got to sort of start. I mean, at the other end of the line, there's a nasty turn, because what happens? You get these very fast trains, but they have to go fast, or they're not very efficient. But yeah, you don't really care about them at lower speeds, but you will start to care about it a bit more now, or you'll be like, why is this going like balls slow?
Which I can't put a second train in just yet because they cost so much.
Oh, thank you, Bendix, for the cheer. I don't know why they deserve that, but I appreciate it. Oh, you stupid train. Hopefully they'll split apart here. In which case, I'll make them split apart earlier. Wait, am I supposed to do something with bits? I've never really paid any attention to that stuff. I know I should. I know I should, but I'm a terrible person. Oh! Well, I literally made Fortress Craft. Oh, are you the nice man? Hold on, hold on, hold on. You're the nice Russian man. Russian? German. Easy mistake to make. Are you Carl? No, that's somebody else. Unless you are Carl.
I thought we were getting a new oil tanker.
We have got we have oil tanker. We've got the Hitachi tanker
No,
monorail
the
crane.
ship.
Oh, I can't do that. Yes, I am very much looking forward to finishing off Eden and then starting to get back to my own stuff. I'll probably do a stream just where I just talk about my stuff coming up. Yes, I know.
Your experiences.
No, heaven forbid.
Alright, and I will make... Oh, I don't have the money. That monorail stuff is ridiculous.
It is.
The
No.
station you put down there, Tad, but the resource disappeared.
Nuh-uh.
It's when you're yellow. It's got a station. I don't know who yellow is. Yellow, orange?
Oh. Finfield? Finfield?
It doesn't tell you what it. Ackdale City Woods
Oh.
is no longer there. Apparently, they decided to delete the wood.
Dutch elm disease. Sorry, Greek elm disease. Sorry.
double Greek disease.
Heavenly script elm disease.
Yeah.
No, everything's still here. Oh.
Wait a moment. Everything's still here. Oh.
Balls.
I'm just gonna go and...
Someone went and stole my coal plant.
That's it, we sold your copper. I'm just gonna grab a drink, by the way. I shall be back in a moment. I shall just leave you watching the train.
Choo.
Fine by me. Eat this little nonsense. Perfect. Alright, that's the end of that. Nice. One less expense. That's still there. That's still there. Oh, I wasn't using that anyway. Good riddance. Alright. Back to the fun.
I hope we're going to get some Maglev on decent blooming speed trains.
Well, that
These
would be
trains are
silly.
slow as balls.
That would be silly.
Would it?
Yay. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Right there. Perfect. Just a happy little tree. Oh, fun, fun, fun. You know, terrible at making conversation when DJ's not here.
Concentrating.
Concentrating.
Yeah, I'm
Why?
putting the.
We're,
I need to put a
we're
new
making
platform down.
trains.
I like trains.
We're doing the choo-choo stuff.
The funny thing is, right, where I live, because there's a
Mhm.
railway, I was in Worthing.
Oh, yeah.
Bollocks, sunk the ground too far down. Bugger. This is going to be expensive.
Makes it fun.
You do see the odd steam locomotive come through Worthing.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
yeah, I thought so too. I really wanted to.
It hasn't turned you off enough to make you just move out. So,
Well, I could hear it if they squeaked the engine, but I'm about half a mile away from the railway.
oh, okay.
I'll just put 2 stations in. I was hoping to put a station in for the town and for the. I can't put a station here across a bit of
I used to
water.
live about that far from a rail, and you only heard it if they were doing the obligatory sounds right before crossing.
Yeah.
That meme about liking trains. Sometimes it feels that it makes fun of people with special interests.
I think it does, yes. But
Yeah.
the point is that it's all in good humour, I would suggest.
Good humor, man.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
I guess.
So I wanted to build a train depot, and it went, nope. Your local authority absolutely hates you for fucking around with the land in this area. Like, oh, for goodness sake, I want to flatten the land out so I can actually put some things down.
I have returned. Where's all the money gone?
I spent it on putting some flat land around, and now they hate me.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him. It was blackjack.
Blackjack and hookers. Yeah, so the state's appalling. Ah, fuck.
So I 3D
well.
printed a
Abandon them then.
I 3D printed a couple of very cool things. They're screwed together containers with a black bottom and a gold top. They look like Duracell batteries, and each container takes a whole bunch of batteries. So I put all my currently charged batteries in there. So I've got like 30 batteries in these lovely little Duracell containers. I've lost them. So I've managed to lose all my batteries in one go.
Whoops.
Not all, that's an exaggeration, but I've lost a whole bunch of batteries. I'm like, oh. So I need to find them within the next 6 months before they get flat.
Yeah, I have a bigger storage box for my batteries. Isn't that colour, but I know exactly where I put things. I'm very particular about where I put things, so I know when I need it, I can find it.
Well, this is the first time I've
Sure,
needed it.
DJ is too.
It's the first time I've needed it since I've rearranged my office. So I'm like,
There's the clue. I put it somewhere safe.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, I know.
No, he put it someplace so safe he'll never find it.
Oh,
No,
you need to. Who's the pink player?
It's
Their Concords are smoking quite heavily.
that just means they fly slow. That's all.
Means it broke down.
It's worse than that, Max. I think I put it somewhere sensible.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem with men of our age.
Oh.
I'll put it somewhere sensible. I'll remember where it is. Yeah, no, you won't. You'll forget.
Yeah.
Like all of us old fogies at this age. It's somewhere sensible. No, that's not sensible.
Now I'm still.
End up searching the house high and low for the bloody thing.
I've also lost about 500 reusable cable ties. They're all together. They're a nice, neat package. I don't know what the fuck I've done with them. That's because I knew where everything was, and I've rearranged my office, and I've tidied it up, and I've made things neater, and I haven't got quite so much shit everywhere. And that means I can't remember where the hell everything is. Go me.
No.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to try and collect wood from quite a way away across the map.
Oh.
It's just not as far as we're going, but yeah, I need to buy a train, so beware. But it is a multi-purpose platform.
Very expensive.
When I put the platform down, that's not the problem. It's then hurrying to get the train before the place decides it doesn't want to have the bloody train there.
Oh shit. I just accidentally cloned the wrong train.
Oops.
Right, if I sell it, I'll get all the money back immediately.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's not old enough. You can get all the money back.
Yeah, about that. I said I was going to needed to buy a train as well. I end up using some borrowing money.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're going to need about $1 million, aren't you?
Probably yes, please. If you're in that screen.
I am.
Train platform.
That's
We're
probably
going
enough.
with this.
That's probably enough.
Thank you.
I guess that not other people have watched Man in the High Castle.
I still mean to watch it. It's still on my list. I finally
Same
got
here.
I finally got around to watching Ozark, which is fucking brilliant. Like it's a Breaking Bad wannabe and does a great job of it. And then I've watched all of the last 2 seasons of BattleBots. Holy, you know of BattleBots, I assume. You know.
Oh yeah.
Nope, never heard of it.
You know Robot Wars.
Yes.
Right, it's exactly the same.
Is
right.
the same.
No, Robot Wars was a bit rubbish, but the point is, it's amazing seeing how much better these bots have got since I first started watching
yeah.
Robot Wars. And it's not because anything's got better other than the batteries. Like, that's the bit that's really, really got this. So Robot Wars started in 1998, and they would almost always use wheelchair motors and lead-acid batteries. And now, some of the robots are unbelievable. I mean, these robots are... Is it 300 and... Hold on, let's check before I get my numbers wrong. Weight limit. Yeah, 113 kilos. So that's about as much as a small motorbike. 113 kilos is a lot. 250 pounds. And they will flip each other 15 feet in the air. It's just crazy. But like how powerful they are, you know, the flippers, the spinners, and it's all because they've got really, really good motors in there, and they've just got so much better than
They used to be gas powered, didn't they?
I don't in the UK. I don't think we were allowed petrol powered ones in the UK.
No. I mean gas as in CO2. The flippers were CO2 powered.
Yes, CO2. Yeah, I mean they still do. They still sometimes.
The correct use of the word gas.
Gas, yes, gas. Yes, you are quite right. But I say the spinners are just unbelievable now. They're really, really, really good. And there have now been bots they've banned because they're too dangerous. So one of them's called Helichopper, and it reckons that what happened, it was a spinner, and then the ends of the spinners were on cable. So when it span up to speed, it could then release the ends of the spinner. So it goes from like 5 feet across to 10 feet across. So the ends of these spinners were going at 450 miles an hour, and they're like, we're just not letting you take that into the arena. The bulletproof glass won't take it.
I just bought a new bus, and it just came out with the new ones. Are you crazy?
That happens. There was one in Robot Wars the last season where something came off. In the UK, they've got like thin bulletproof glass and then thick bulletproof glass, and they filmed through the thin stuff. And something went through the thin stuff and embedded itself like an inch into the 3-inch Lexan they've got around to protect people. They've got really, really dangerous, and I just wish that we could get a bigger weight category that people just had to remote control from further away.
So I'm going to buy a freighter, but I'm just wondering if that's still a valid thing to do.
Yeah, freighters
Is there
are...
a better one now?
That's
the one to buy, yeah?
Let's have a look. Um,
There's nothing better than the freighter, is there?
that's the.
These other ones, these ones are refittable.
Yeah, they are refittable, but not to anything useful.
Okay.
So the unless it's goods or oil, use the freighter for the moment.
It's wood.
Then use the freighter.
Unless it's good or it's oil.
Yeah.
But one of the plots of Man in the High Castle deals something that I figured that could be called internalized ableism.
Uh-huh.
In
What do you
conceptually,
mean
that's
you have
like very
duplicate
abstract and
orders?
something, but that's series it not subtle at all at sometimes, and that's exactly that.
Now, I do need to watch it. I think next I'm watching It's Only Sunny in Philadelphia because there's 18 seasons of it. And as I said, I can get through 5 seasons of a show in a week because it just plays up on my screen. So I need to watch a long series. Right, mega interchange is struggling. Oh, because of airplanes.
Well, to straighten up and fly right.
Ah, we're currently in the dark ages. So I have a plane that does 1,400 miles an hour and makes a whole bunch of speed. There are no other fast planes on the market, only slow ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't buy anymore. I have to wait for a new one to get invented.
Oh. Well, tell it that's super lame. And you don't appreciate having to wait.
Yes, sir. You are super lame, lol.
We need more railway, more monorail platforms. I'm going to have to put them in.
Oh, what for the? I put one in for you. It's just not got anything hooked up to it.
Oh, okay. I'll hook it up.
Yeah, Lumbridus sawmill. I'm only
that's fine.
using a single platform.
You appear to have a backed up backlog of
Yep.
rolling stock now.
That's on purpose. The moment one leaves, another one enters.
I can't put the railway in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, I probably wouldn't have bothered joining onto the line. Because you do that, I've got 2 trains servicing a single. What the fuck is that train doing there? Oh, it's your wood train.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Hold on. Give us 1 moment then.
Tell him no. See what he says.
I need money. Thank you. I just have to look down and bang, £20,000 appear. We are making a lot of money.
Yep.
And I will. There you go. If I tell that one to skip.
Oh, what a mess.
There we go.
Mission.
So annoyed.
Okay, so that'll take 3 trains now.
Thank you much. My new train in theory is still back down here with no route back just yet. Oh, I haven't refitted the bloody thing, have I?
Well, there's a monorail depot
Why is
there.
it just sat there? Yeah. Shitty design is what I think it is.
Yeah, I figured you'd have figured or learned how to keep track of that from the Wasteland mod because it was really good about teaching you that.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, once you play with a mod for enough time, you will start to remember it.
Not vast quantities of wood coming out of this platform. Might have to go and do a circuit, I think.
With the monorail stuff being a little bit more expensive, you get more of waiting for cash kind of dynamics.
Sorry, say that again.
Monorails are expensive, so I find myself waiting for cash.
Okay.
I guess dumping my millions into planes beforehand doesn't help.
You do have 3.5 million left on your loan as well. But I'm not saying Max and I can't spend our money, but when we do run out of money, we're like minus 8,000, minus 10,000, minus 12,000. Right now, minus 18,000, minus 20,000. 30.
This is why it's more economical to not have a.
Now we're at 30,000. Now we're at 170,000. Like as soon as something arrives, we're fine.
Yeah.
But like a single monorail train can easily be 500,000.
They do take a long time to break even, yes. The point is more that what you make money with vehicle A in order to buy vehicle B, and then you make money from vehicle B in order to buy vehicle C. But yeah, a small monorail is 110,000, the smallest one, but they are pretty small. Yeah, that's now a nice one-way system. And bonk and bonk. I do find it weird when YouTube videos say no copyright infringement intended. Like, well, you blatantly know you're breaking copyright by putting it up because you've just said whoops. Am I?
Well, if we are saying no offense, that doesn't mean that you are meaning offense.
Although I've definitely broken the law, I didn't mean to.
So we're
There's
good,
such a
right?
thing as fair use. You can be of the opinion that's fair use, so it's not breaking.
Yeah, I uploaded it to the internet so other people can listen to it. It's definitely not come under fair use.
That's only one factor of it.
The best ones, people are going, well, I'm not making any money from it, so therefore it's fine. Like when they're doing they're selling Disney stuff on Etsy. Like, oh, they're not making any money from it. It's like, well, that's not, unfortunately, not important. You see
I
this?
do think that at least in American law, how much it affects the market is relevant.
How much the company loses is relevant. How much the person makes isn't. So, Shalka, in your country, and I will admit, I know very little about Finland other than everyone's got a sauna. Do you have ice cream vans?
I think we do. I have memories of them.
You have memories of them. You live out in the sticks or something. Do you not live in a city or a town or?
I do live in a city.
So, do you not get ice cream vans? I have to Google it now.
Or it might be kiosks like. But
No, a van that comes round to where you live and sells you ice cream.
Are those? Okay, yeah.
So you do have those.
Yeah.
What are they adorned with? It's not a trick question. Like, what's on the ice cream van?
Cosmetics?
Yeah.
Like big adverts, and maybe you're talking about the horns and the tunes that they play.
Oh, actually, let's just divert. What tunes do they play? Because for some reason, the one round here plays the Blue Peter theme tune. I don't know why. And another one plays the James...
Sailor's Hornpipe, which is not the Blue Peter theme tune.
The Hornpipe... Was it written for Blue Peter? Because I know that was Virgin Records' first release, because it was the B-side of Tubular Bells. It's by Mike Oldfield, the Sailor's Hornpipe. I'm not sure it was written for Blue Peter. Anyway, I will need to check that one. But yeah, another one plays the James Bond theme tune, which I haven't worked out in the slightest. But what do they have on them, Shalka? I'm curious if this is the same all the world around, or if it's just a British thing.
Like on them?
Yeah.
I'm not getting what you're referring to.
Okay, so in the UK, ice cream vans, they're decorated a little bit like amusement park rides, but they invariably have shit renditions of things that they don't have the license for. I'll link one in the chat, like that. They also do not have Pixar, Disney, and Warner permissions to use that. And on top of that, the art's really shit. And it's weird. Like, they do this everywhere. All the ice cream vans are using Disney stuff, and they're plastered in it. And it's invariably awful.
I do think the brands here are more distinctive, and they have like proper design that is more of their own making and not obviously loaned like those are.
Wow.
Do you not get that? Is this just a UK thing?
No. We don't get that here. Here they decorate with big letters, and they'll sometimes plaster the packaging of the products that they serve on the outside.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And they play one fucking song.
Oh yeah.
What song?
Oh,
So it's the hornpipe. No, that's something else. That's
Dixie.
That's Dixie. Yeah. No, I can't do it. Sorry, I'm also listening to music, which doesn't help. Yeah, they play that here. That's the Blue Peter theme tune. They're not going to be playing the hornpipe.
We get Match of the Day.
Oh yeah, another one plays Match of the Day as well. Oh my god.
I'm like, shut up.
Yes, but I mean,
Two options. Go out and buy one.
Don't get me wrong.
Headphones on.
The hornpipe is a famous tune with much history behind it. But you don't know it as that, do you? You know it as the fucking Blue Peter theme tune.
Yes.
So why the hell are they playing it in American ones?
Because that's what the manufacturer of the vehicle supplies.
That must be British then.
Rubbish. I think it's one of those doorbells that have got tons of tunes on it, but it's just the default maybe.
Why do they always use that?
I
can't believe
know
only got
of a
one-
lot of
I can't
doorbells
believe only
sold
it's
over
that
here
one.
that sell that one that fucking Big Ben goes off with.
So,
Ding dong.
what about
That's based on a hymn, believe it or not.
What about carnival rides? Do they have art on them?
Yes.
No. Obviously, like in the UK, carnival rides have art like that on them.
Oh, I've got a great story for this one.
Like my mate does art. He can airbrush your ride, but again, with enormous amounts of copyright infringement.
Yes. And why can they get away with it?
Well, because Disney don't know about it. I guess it's quite hard for Disney to do a cease and desist for carnival.
I think I've once seen one carnival ride with the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple eater on it.
The what? Sorry.
The one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater.
I'm not a purple person, so I'm fine. I know the song. What's your game? We're playing Open Transport Tycoon. Actually, we're playing OTTD. It is free on Steam, and it is excellent. Tad has a story for us, though.
There's a amusement park in my state called Paramount, or it used to be called Paramount's King's Dominion. Paramount didn't want to deal with it anymore, so the lawyers bought it. That doesn't change that it's still got SpongeBob SquarePants rides and all this other stuff that's Paramount themed and bought and paid for by Paramount. They had to go through and rename everything and make it just slightly off.
They did the same thing to Paramount's Great America over here.
Yeah, Paramount
Hold on.
pulled up on all their amusement parks and just let the lawyers figure it out.
So you're telling me that someone started up a theme park called Paramount's Theme Park with Paramount licenses in it, with no actual license at all. And
they had fucking Top Gun over here. That ride was fucking notorious for decapitating people.
I think I've heard of that.
I'm with you
But
so
no,
far.
I mean, like, people who, like, their hat falls off while they're on the ride, and so they decide, oh, I'm just going to jump the fence and go get my hat. And then the fucking ride comes along and breaks somebody's leg while that person's leg also decapitates the person.
Well, I think if you jump the fence, all bets are off. But hold on.
Yeah, pretty
that's what I'm saying, but, you know.
So I'm with you at the first part. So someone decided to set up a Paramount-themed theme park without getting permission, which is a bit weird because theme parks cost fucking millions.
No. This was Paramount. This was the actual movie company, Paramount, making amusement parks. They sold them off because they didn't. It was a loss for them. I guess.
So they sold them off and then said you can't use the SpongeBob license anymore.
No, yeah, that's what happened.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
it's pretty bad.
At Alton Park, they've got the Sonic Spinball ride, which is illegal, which is themed.
Sony or not Sony.
But it didn't,
Sega bless stuff on that.
Yeah, but it didn't used to be. That's the funniest thing. It used to be a completely different ride, and it's become a Sonic ride. They just basically painted it red and blue and put Sonic sound effects on it. But they got the licensing. This is Alton Towers. They're not gonna Madden through swords. They're not gonna do stuff. Yeah. So what you're telling me, this is good advice. Here's the advice of the evening. Always read your contracts. Always. Do I get license to use these themes in perpetuity? No. I will not be buying this amusement park. Because that's what's happened.
It makes a lot of money. It's one of two in the state. It makes a lot of money. Like, they're making their money back even after changing everything to be slightly different.
Wait, which state are you in?
Virginia. We have two.
King's Dominion,
1000. It isn't Paramount
Isn't
anymore.
the other one
and
Anheuser-Busch?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what about?
Okay.
Well, it's not Bush anymore. The lawyers bought that one too.
Wait,
But they're still
what?
allowed to sell beer. Well, I love Busch
That's the
Gardens.
only one that I knew was in Virginia.
Yeah, Busch Gardens is amazing.
Well, you've got King's Dominion
But none of
and
their
Bush.
stuff is.
No, like we were getting fucking commercials for that amusement park on the West Coast. That's how big it was.
Surprising.
So
Because
you've
it's
got
Anheuser.
You do have
was.
Busch Gardens and King's Dominion, but you've also got Atlantic Fun Park. What about that one? Does that not count?
No.
What do you mean, no?
We're close to the Baltimore Six Flags.
What
That
about
one counts.
What about Camden Park?
I have
Isn't
heard of that one.
gambling place?
No, it's a Camden Park's in Huntington. Google makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. What about Motor World?
Yeah. Nope.
You can't skip Motor World.
I have heard of that one.
It's just.
How are you all hearing about amusement parks that I haven't heard of?
Because I
But I've been
googled.
gone for a decade.
I did like, by the way.
I don't watch TV.
Busch Gardens is the world's most beautiful theme park. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
I
But
can
yeah,
imagine that's true.
I mean, but there's loads. There's Busch Gardens, Water Country, Invader, Verbolten, Loch Ness Monster. This just sounds like names of rides. How about the James Yorktown
those are-
Foundation?
Well, I've been there. You go to Jamestown.
What about Wishery Entertainment?
Visit the. Never heard of that.
Yeah, I just googling. Well, I was about to say you can't have two, but yes, it does look like you've got two decent ones. But the UK's got what? What have we got? Thorpe Park, Alton Towers. That's about it, really. We've got lots of little ones, but they're pretty shit.
Yeah.
I mean, even with Alton Tower, even with Thorpe Park. No, doesn't Thorpe Park have a sister one? Max, you should know this.
Possibly.
We've got Thorpe Park.
Drayton Towers?
No,
Is it Drayton something or other?
Drayton Manor, but I don't.
Drayton
know.
Manor.
I don't know what's at Drayton Manor. This is one of those
Manor.
things. When I was in
Drayton.
America, and I have very few, I would just ask me, "What's that do? What's this?" It's amazing how people are going, "I don't know," because I'm like, I only vaguely know what a fire hydrant is. I'm like, "What's that? It's a fire hydrant." How do they hook up to it? They're like, the fire engine goes. They're like, do you have them everywhere? What happens if there's no fire engine? And they're like, I don't know. Like, we don't have fire hydrants in the UK. Not
We
Yes, we
are
do.
told don't
do.
fuck with them unless if you are trained to fuck with them.
oh
Because
yes.
they put out mad crazy PSI.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I-
god.
Yes, I
see.
They could easily, just the water could easily erode whatever is nearby.
Yes.
It would flood the area if you
Yes.
turn it, break it.
Oh,
Adam, we do have them.
Yeah, I know
They're just-
some
they're
buildings
just-
do.
Well, no, they are
Like,
flush
when
to
you-
the floor.
Yeah.
So you
You know
can't
how when you run
accidentally fall
over
them.
a hydrant in GTA 5 and there's a massive fucking fountain? That's exactly.
You gotta hit those really hard though,
Yeah, as
This is
are buried in the
true.
ground.
because
But I
main
have
water
seen a
supply
car
did it
actually
right,
rush
but it-
one over.
Well,
did that good.
they're the yellow things with a H on them. Holy shit.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, they're not always yellow, but yes.
I think they've always
They
got
are-
they have a sign near them. The sign is yellow.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The sign's usually yellow, and
I-
the plate. They've been going and painting them, but the people, the passing traffic, it rubs the paint off.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Hold on. Yeah. That's really a much better.
Yeah. It's better than being in the ground, so you can't accidentally smack into it and damage it, and B, it's out of the way.
Oh, man, I've seen those, but I don't think I've seen those in about 20 years. I'm gonna have to just pay attention to it.
Yeah, because on the pavement, and you're driving past them, you're never going to look at them, are you?
I'm gonna have a look now. Well, I've learned something. I hope we've all learned something today. Yeah, we have fire hydrant, but fire. It's probably not a hydrant, is it? What's a hydrant? Something that makes water, I guess.
Hydrant sounds like a tap.
Yeah, I'll say a
giant tap, basically.
standpipe or
I
something.
think what you're supposed to do is take the cap off, put your pipe onto the vehicle. The vehicle then does its pumping to do whatever, but then you've got a tap on the top which you open, which then fills the vent, fills the. I don't. How do you guys do with fire engine over there? Do you travel around with a fire engine full of water or a fire engine empty of water,
I suspect it depends
halfway.
where it's going.
Yeah.
or where it's been?
Oh, it depends whether or not you're expecting to go near a fire hydrant or not.
I think that they might keep. I know that they have some trucks that just they don't have very large tanks, and then there are trucks that usually do.
I mean,
And they tend to just kind of store the water in them.
I assume you've
Or
watched the Colin Verse
an
video
aircraft.
where he filled his car with water, and then you saw how it didn't go around corners anymore. So the point is, an empty fire engine is going to get there a lot quicker than
Full one. Yeah.
anything else. Yeah.
They've got the ability to crab sideways, haven't they?
Yeah,
Someday,
but
yeah.
I mean, they can't keep the trucks on standby completely empty because I mean, what if they do need the water? Then they'd have to fill it up.
Yeah, I suspect you'd have one on, one off, depending. Incidentally, fun fact: in the UK, in London, you're never more than 90 meters from a fire hydrant. Did not know that.
Wow.
Hang on, Shoka. Your station, the big grinder, the forest it was next to is gone.
There's a big grinder. If I've connected this up, I might start getting rid of. I can probably retire Pip and. Oh, I don't know. I can't retire Pip and Emma.
How do you get your game to follow the vehicles? I follow what it says, where it says double click, and
you can't be zoomed out too far. If you're zoomed out this far, it doesn't do it. And if you're zoomed out this far, it doesn't do it. So this far, it does. Or you can use the.
Oh, there it goes. Yep.
But
finally following.
Yes, it's not if you're zoomed out too far, which I don't know why, but there we are. But what was I going to do? Let's see how the graph's going. Performance history. Max, we're not winning.
No.
Partly
People just spunking their money on trains.
No, it's not that. We've repaid our loan. We have reasonable money. We're not. We are only doing. We're doing 7 out of 8 cargo. That's not bad then. We haven't got enough vehicles or stations, which is not really very surprising.
Yes. Money's very, very hard to come by.
What? We have 600,000.
That's not a spare train.
Yeah, but
it's devalued. Basically, money's devalued in this game, isn't it?
We're making $4.5 million a year. So we can get 4 trains a year.
Not when they cost 100,000.
Fucking shitheads.
Yeah, we can.
It's a train.
We're making
32. Yeah.
4 million a year.
5 for that. 5 for that.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, but we are making plenty money.
So this train that's doing the Fonditch Valley Wood run is doing such a long run. I think I'd like a second train to be in the station for that one.
Is it making profit? Is it making profit on its run?
That's a good question. Let's look at the details.
That's an important one.
Profit last year minus 9,000. No, it's not. It's because it's too bloody slow, I think. I'm going to see how much it makes this year because it is full. Pulling to the station now. I live in a sawmill.
Lagged out.
How much money do we get? $101,000. Yes, that's definitely worth cloning. That makes its money back in about 8 years.
Wow.
Sorry, Tad. You lagged out.
Yes, I did. I'm trying to make it back, though. And I had just fixed a train. I was waiting to see what had happened to it.
That's where playing with other people's good, because your internet can be as flaky as you like. The server's not going to break. Well, hopefully not break.
No.
I'm very confused. Oh, never mind. It's April. The train should arrive for the first time. Nothing. Yeah, basically I had a lot of passengers waiting and I clicked on it and then the train just left with all the passengers on it. Where are the goods trains?
Where have all the goods trains gone?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, we watched short. So I mentioned before, I've been trying to watch films with my niece and nephew that I felt were good as a child. And we watched them on the big screen, so it's kind of like they've gone to the cinema a bit. And we watched Short Circuit 2, which obviously had that song in it. Short Circuit 2, not a bad film.
Oh,
Short Circuit 1.
I just
probably
recently
best.
showed Blood Rose Short Circuit 1. Where do you get 2 at?
Where do you get?
Oh,
What?
stupid question.
I watched it on Netflix because they didn't have Short Circuit 1. It's like, okay. Yeah, Short Circuit 2, it's a typical sequel in the like, well, we've got the props we made for the first film. Let's quickly knock out a film that's cheap. But yeah, it's got because Short Circuit 1 actually had a fantastic theme that was a single that did very badly and then got sampled 30 years later into quite a popular song. But Short Circuit 2 is it's, if you like the first one, it's nice to see more shit with Johnny Five. Very surprised. I'm pretty sure Short Circuit was Disney.
I keep getting surprised how many people never understand when I make the reference of Johnny Five still alive.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's a very popular film. Like, really, really,
I know,
really.
right?
I always like going KO Death. We never get that either.
K.O. Durf.
Yeah, in the film he gets damaged and he starts saying his words backwards, but in correct sentence order. So instead of saying "Okay, Fred," he says "KO Death."
I don't think I ever spotted that. Okay, so it was distributed by TriStar Pictures, who obviously haven't existed since 1989. That was the one with the winged horse logo, wasn't it? But that's
Wait,
now
TriStar went out in '89.
89. Yeah, I know. Do you feel old?
Fucking hell! I thought they were like late '90s when they went away.
They were just bought up by Sony in '89. They kept the logos around sometimes.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
But yes, Short Circuit has managed to get some controversy because the Indian bloke isn't Indian who plays it. He's a white bloke who's been made up to be Indian. So there's some controversy, and he's like, for fuck's sake, it was 1986. Get over it.
And even the character, like they keep asking him, and he keeps responding with basic, like, I'm from here, or was it Pittsburgh or something like that?
Yes. Where are you from? Yes, Pittsburgh. Yes, he just had the accent, but yeah, it's
They are very much making fun of that.
yes. The point was the actor isn't Indian. And that was where people got outraged. One bloke on Twitter got mildly annoyed. He's probably about as far as it actually went. Yeah,
Crazy how Twitter winds up being such a prominent platform for that.
Well, that's
In
Twitter
that
for you.
case,
Well, there you go.
But yeah,
There's a very fast plane.
But yeah, that's what I'm using now. Yeah, Fisher Stevens was hired for it. To portray the role, he had to grow a beard, dye his hair black, darken his skin with makeup, turn his eyes brown with contact lenses, speak in an East Indian accent, and walk hunched over like a cricket player. But it's like, why not just hire an Indian actor at this point? I mean, this is where Tropic Thunder is amazing. What, Indian actors? I mean, what, one's
I can't think of one, that's all.
One's as famous as Fisher Stevens. Well, there's... Oh, fuck, I was going to say that lady. I forgot her name now. God damn it. Haya Selmak.
Just cruise on down to Bollywood.
Yes, the point was you want someone who's... to be fair, I'd say you want someone who's well known in the UK, but Fisher Stevens wasn't. It's kind of the point. But yeah, Ben Kingsley would probably be at the top of the list. He played the Mandarin in Iron Man, but he would be a bit expensive.
Yeah, especially after Sneakers.
What, Ben Kingsley?
Yeah.
The guy who's famous at playing Gandhi. Gandhi. Yeah, he's
I'm trying to think of movies from around that era. When was Sneakers?
I'm going to say... So, Gandhi was 82. Sneakers... I'm going to say 87, but I don't know. 1992. Okay, later than that.
Oh, wow.
I'm usually pretty good on film years. It's weird. I don't know why. I'm just quite my part of my brain could be dedicated to what year something came out in. Not a useful life skill.
Heard it here first, folks.
What? I'm good at pub quizzes, man. You want me on a pub quiz? I'm really, really good.
Does the UK have something like Jeopardy?
Well, we have Jeopardy.
Oh, okay. Jeopardy just works there too.
I
Then
think hold on. Is
There are
Jeopardy?
loads of quiz shows over here.
Is Jeopardy the one where they have the quiz board and they got to get the answers right that the family said? Oh no, Jeopardy's where you got to phrase it in the form of a question, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's trivia.
Sorry.
Some money
So
for
just
yourself.
to be clear, just-
Everyone.
yeah. So yeah, Jeopardy it exists in Britain and has aired off and on.
Yeah.
We also have The Price is Right, and the Weird Bands.
The same one
Yes. And the
with Drew.
What?
Drew Carey.
We wouldn't have your person in it, would we? We'd have our person in it.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're not the same. He's not going to fly over us and film the American one, do the British one, is he? You nubbin.
So it's in pounds. Oh, that's fun.
Well, obviously it'd be in pounds. I'm gonna have to watch Short Circuit again. I haven't seen that one in ages and ages and ages. But Short Circuit 2, it's all right. And if you've not seen it, I highly recommend Tropic Thunder. It is a film that is much, much funnier than it has any right to be. Like I watched it going, oh, this is going to be awful, and it was absolutely just.
Earlier laughs.
Yep.
I like this game. This is a nice palate cleanser of all the stress and excitement of all the other games. It's just occasionally just staring at a train and going, why are you like this? And what I want is I want even more planes, but I'm waiting to upgrade our current planes to the better ones. I'm just waiting for the. Yeah, I need 2 million in the bank for each plane.
Bloody hell.
Well, you need the cost of the plane, cost of the vehicle plus 100%.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, hurrah. Finally, Fondich Valley sets a train going.
What was that the other thing I watched? I watched something else that was live action. Very impressed with the special effects. I am still. We do very much live in a golden age of television. Like our TV shows aren't horrible to watch. Like I say, Babylon 5. Babylon 5 was good. You know, the effects wise, if you watch something like Hercules or something like that, like they were so poor. But and yeah, the Marvel TV shows have just shown that we can now have TV shows that you're not saying, oh, the plot's good, and I enjoy that, but oh, I can't watch it because it's so awful. And it's I can't remember what I was watching. I was watching something, and I was just really impressed with how good the effects have got. But hopefully, have got. I'm just to annoy you. Have gotten. They've gotten good. They've look how good they've gotten. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to Spider-Man. I just felt that Black Widow was an interesting letdown because the Falcon and the Winter Soldier had just spoiled us so much with how damn good the effects were. So Black Widow didn't feel like it was any better than that, even though that's a
Still
multi-million dollar film.
haven't seen that movie.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not great. It's not. It's as I say this about many films. It's better than Thor: The Dark World, but not as good as Thor: Ragnarok. As is every other Marvel film.
There's not going to be anything that good.
Oh well, you've got the new Taika Waititi film, Love and Thunder. So maybe we'll see. Taika has everything that man does is genius. I have thoroughly enjoyed all of his films, and I'm just disappointed he hasn't done more films. With the exception of he directed an episode of the US In-Betweeners, which was exactly as bad as all the other episodes of the US In-Betweeners. Do not watch the US In-Betweeners. On the flip side, if you're British, do watch the UK In-Betweeners. It is comedy genius at its best. How are we doing? Why does nobody want to go to Old Tunhill East, apart from, the name?
They make Tunnocks tea cakes.
Tunhill, not Tunnocks.
Should rename it.
I can't rename a town. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, and if you haven't renamed your stations, they all rename as well. Forgot about that. So it's now changed Old Tunhill East to Tunnocks East. Yeah, without just a shit ton of trains, I'm struggling to sort out the two... Sorry, planes. I'm struggling to sort out the two major airports we've got. I mean, like, £10 million worth of planes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's look at the graph, though. Ah, damn you, Zebra.
You're doing good.
He's doing better than we are. Oh, so he's not Superman. He doesn't do good.
Ooh, I'm starting to creep up. And Shulka's just all over the place.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to get rid of these crappy freight trains.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm...
25 mile an hour maximum is really grinding my gears.
Wait, what? 25?
75.
75, I was going to say. Well, Gordon... Oh, hold on, this one can go. Gordon the Good Engine, I think that's doing Great Jesburn Woods, which I think is the same as these. Great, yeah, okay, I can retire that Gordon. Then we have another goods delivery over at Linverness Ridge West, which I think we could replace with monorails.
Monorails.
Monorails. Okay, so Gordon the Good Engine can disappear. Right, got rid of another lossy train.
Cool.
The confusing one is what a couple of the passenger trains just make massive losses. They're only there to grow other stations. They are making... Like, what are the running costs in this train, for heaven's sake? Okay, so this is the confusing thing. This last year, the train lost £156,000. Its running cost is only £159,000. So how exactly is it not making any money at all? Oh, because Drodfield West is, yeah. Oh, the town is not growing.
Oh. The trolleys make a noise.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What makes a noise?
The trolleys. You know how when you set up a new train, it makes the horn or the train whistle?
Yeah.
Well, the trolleys or
Fans,
trams make a ding ding.
as you might expect them to.
Trolleys.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting it. There are so many here. Shoka, what is this madness?
Madness. This is Sparta.
Over at Hanging House.
Come on, train.
I like trains.
I don't like this train.
Heard that. Oh.
But yeah, that I'm really curious. That train has pretty much made zero profit. Like it's made zero income rather than zero profit.
Oh wow, so its mate doesn't done anything.
Well, it has. It's like Pip and Emma. So Pip and Emma have literally delivered nothing. Literally.
Wow.
So I will retire them too. They've been replaced, you see, by monorails. And the monorails are just vastly outstripping them.
Hooray.
So Aliens Fireteam is out and is generally getting good reviews. Apparently it suffers a little bit from the same issue that Left 4 Dead suffers from. That it's not very long. You're expected to play it again and again and again in different ways with different stuff. So I've stuck it on my wish list. And I'll just wait for it to go on sale. I think it'll be worth a go. It does look like it should be good fun. But not worth grabbing straight off the bat at full price, definitely.
Don't we have stuff to try on the queue a lot already?
Yeah, but you know what happens? We just get stuff like Scrapyard Mechanic and Scary Command come along. I mean, I will be definitely getting Diablo 2. Because I like Diablo.
Resurrected.
Yeah, Resurrected, yeah. Whether or not we play it very much, I don't know. It's just... I just had an urge today just to sit there on my computer, just to listen to the sounds of Diablo 2 and just wander around and just mosey at stuff.
Yeah, we got Diablo 2 working, don't you?
Yeah, but it's,
Yeah, but no, but
it's grim to look at, isn't it?
it's,
It's really, really. Oh.
Nostalgia ain't as good in the old days.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It wasn't though. Diablo 1 was widely panned for not having 3D graphics. That was one of its. The reviews say great game, great this, great that, but not 3D graphics. So yeah, even at the time, it didn't look that good. I liked it. Played Diablo 1 and 2 loads. But I'm curious to see whether or not they just ship the game and that's it. Whether or not they ship the game and then try and evolve it, or whether or not this is just something they've just dropped briefly to fill in the gap between Diablo's, well, until Diablo 4.
Yeah, my friend was like, "Why aren't they just working solidly on Diablo 4?" I'm like, "Well, they've got enough resource to be able to work on multiple things at once, you know."
I mean, it's a different team, is the sure. I mean, I've seen this before. People going, people asking on the forums, why are you dealing with this guy? Why aren't you fixing, the issue with the rogue DPS? And people are like, do you think the people who answer the posts on the forum are also the ones that write the game? What? Like, that's not how it works. See, similar thing on, police officers saying, we've pulled in these scooters. They go, why are you doing this when there's drug dealers out there? And they're like, because we're traffic officers. We don't deal with drug dealers. That's not our.
They're talking at the whole and the round, aren't they?
Yeah, like we know that's not how.
That's not their remit either. They should be asking that of Cressida Dick or whatever her name is. At least the person that's directing them, not the ground staff, as it were.
I'm still, again, I mentioned Facebook thinks I'm obsessed with electric cars and Teslas and stuff. It also thinks I'm obsessed with stories about policemen impounding electric scooters. I don't know why. They constantly appear in my feed. I'm like, I don't know why I think I like scooters, Facebook, but alright. This is what amuses me when people are always going about how Facebook builds up this accurate profile of you so they can show you ads. I'm like, it's not very good. It's really not. It also, right now, for some weird reason, only Max will get this, Facebook thinks I am obsessed with looking at pictures of Susan Tully. Now she's 57. Susan Tully being one of the actresses from EastEnders. And I'm like, what? I keep on saying to Albert going, you won't believe how she looks now she's 57. I was like, I mean, not only don't I care, I don't know anyone who would care. I don't know why anyone would care who someone who's not in EastEnders anymore looks like. It's bizarre. I mentioned I looked at what Google thought about my, what I was into, and one of what I thought I was into was headboards, like on top of a bed. So yeah, I know. I'm like, it also thought, was it? Goes, you like Europe? I'm like, well, I suppose. Jeremy Corbyn, what? Headboards? No. Football? No. Like, I genuinely recommend at some point go into.
Where do you see this? This sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's Google ad preferences, adsettings.google.com. So yeah, I mentioned before when I put my age, I told Google I was born in 1899, so I just got the weirdest set of adverts aimed at very old people. Oh, I also told it, don't show me adverts for alcohol and gambling. I am never at any point going, you know what, I'm going to go and do some fucking Paddy Power, like, because I won't. Yeah, go to your Google account, then click on data and personalization. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on. How your ads are personalized.
This is weird. It thinks my parental status, not a parent. Right, yeah, so wrong.
Yeah, the thing is, it's to a degree worth telling them, because as I pointed out, adverts they're here to stay.
Turned off.
There's no way to get rid of adverts. They are there forever. Like, that's a losing battle.
I turned that shit off. LOL.
You turn off what?
Ad
Profiling.
personalization.
Oh yeah, but then you just get random ad shit. That's worse.
Yeah. That's hilarious. The only time I see Google ads is if I type or I search something. Because the only other thing I do with Google is YouTube, and I pay to make all those ads go away.
Yeah. I haven't signed into YouTube on my Xbox, and I was using my Xbox, and I just watched it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm watching that. Oh no, I must fix this. Yes, I cannot. I enjoy it so much more than now. I'm not watching adverts. It says here, to update your info, select update. Well, I would do, but there isn't an update button on this screen.
But there is also the ability to auto-delete anything older than 18 months on your profiling.
So if I was into headboards and...
Well, I'm into myactivity.google.com now, so it's slightly different. That's off of the ad settings.
I am reborn. Disregard my old self.
I no longer like beekeeping and headboards. Oh, wait, hold on. It might be because I'm looking at my... here we go. So, all right, I said this is what Google knows about projector games. I'm between 45 and 54 years old. Yeah. And I'm English. That's it, 'cause I never used that one. DJ Arcus, on the other hand, here are things that DJ Arcus is into. I'm into Android iOS, Apple iOS, beds and headboards. Oh my god, it's back. Books and literature, career resources, business news, boating, the blues, combat sports, computer hardware, computer and electronics, I guess, computer peripherals, corner shops, coupes, diesel vehicles, extreme sports. I'm into event ticket sales, flowers, Ford, hockey. This is just, it goes on and on and on. Oh my word.
Magical.
But yeah, I do recommend, because you are going to get them, and it's better to get something you know about or not. But even if you just remove it, because I couldn't stand seeing these constant adverts for Paddy Power. I'm also into rap and hip hop. Parental status, not a parent. I also like mobile phones and locks and locksmiths. No one has a passion for... I do watch a lockpicking lawyer, actually. I take that back.
But he's pretty awesome.
He is brilliant.
Actually, yeah.
If you've not seen the lockpicking lawyer, it's a guy who picks locks. He is super duper good at it, and he's very personable. He's very good. But it's the comment section tearing the shit out of this crappy lock. It's just... It's like you've just stepped into like a weird alternate reality where instead of like dissing a film or something, you're having a go at locks. It's brilliant, and it really hammers home how pointless it is to spend extra money on a lock. You want one that does the bare minimum.
Those army locks, those are built pretty good.
Well, I don't think
you want one that gives a good appearance of security to keep the people that would try to just take a fast opportunity.
Yes. Locks aren't designed to stop anything. They're designed to slow you down.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah,
I just realised I made a slight derp here.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I say slight.
You want you to understand how slight it should be.
Yes, it's not like, oh my god, the world's going to blow up. We have two trains servicing the same wood.
That might not be a problem then.
One's a monorail, one's a steam train.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think we're trying to delete the steam train, so I'm thinking maybe that's a good thing. But
yes.
Oh.
I just saw the wooden header hard on for it and plumbed it in.
Which steam train is this? Gordon the wooden
Gordon
train?
the wooden train.
Oh.
It's got a full load at the moment, so don't delete him.
Very slow plane.
Yeah. Sunston North Wood is also on its way to the station, so you'll see him.
Right,
both
yeah. So
very close together.
So Sunston Woods only has one. Why didn't you just hook it up to Sunston Woods? Or did you not notice Sunston Woods?
I was trying to hook it up to the. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I fucked up.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
We've got to take out the old stuff anyway, so.
Yeah, but I mean, remember, if you replace the train, then you can just go whoop and upgrade it. But yeah, that's fine. I'll let Gordon hand his shit in, and then I'll get rid of it. You've got the monorail going already, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. I can't think which of these is weirder, by the way. That Google thinks I'm into construction and power tools, cooking and recipes, corner shops, or country music or cricket. It's the beds and headboards thing. I don't understand. Google estimates its interest based on your activity on Google services, such as search or YouTube. I've never Googled for a bed. I don't.
Try again, Google.
We talked
What?
breakfast on with the cricket there.
We talked breakfast with what, sorry?
When we were doing breakfast, we talked about cricket and televising it.
Did we?
But it
And one of the
doesn't
sons
send
of
to
the
the YouTube stream audio, right?
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
That's not-
It doesn't do that. I'm also into mass merchants and department stores and mortgages and moving house. No, what's on purpose? And the Olympics and outdoors. Oh God, I know why it thinks I'm into the Olympics. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen. I'll link it in the chat. Anthony Donald's an Australian comedy group, and they did a song there, and it goes on about Olympics. I'm not into the Olympics, just a skit from. Wow. But this explains why I get just adverts I really don't want to see. Like really. I never want to see adverts for these things. And I was tempted to tell it I'm 11. Maybe I'll just get adverts for like cool Paw Patrol toys or something. Oh, instantly, no Paw Patrol spoilers in the channel. I don't want to know who dies until I've actually got a chance to see it myself.
What Paw Patrol are you watching?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's
point, I do
capitalist
wanna-
propaganda. You don't remember?
Yes, you must buy the toys. Buy the toys.
One of the more madness things I've seen. Like, what?
But yeah, Sai did encourage me to get YouTube Premium, and I haven't regretted it at all. I am so glad I have got rid of adverts, and I'm not, pie holing or something. The content creators whose content I watch are still getting money. And I also get access to special features, like secret features that are like available to the public. Yes, for example, I can translate comments from other languages to English automatically. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll sign up for that. He goes, not on Windows. I'm like, oh, right, only on Android. I'm like, oh, brilliant. Well, I won't worry about it then. Their heart's in the right place, though, bless them. I can't do that, can I?
I don't know. It sounds like their heart is in the place of trying to direct people only onto their stuff.
Yeah, but why even tell me it's there? Like, I watch... when I watch stuff in bed...
Because they're trying to get it in your mind that, oh, I need to be using their product.
But this is the silly thing. When I'm in bed, I watch Google or I watch YouTube on my Samsung, which is running Android. So that's Google. But it doesn't tell me about it there. It only tells me about it on my Windows computer when I can't use it. So it's just a little bit confusing the way they've tried to breadcrumb me in.
They have a very anti-competitive strategy with everything. Instead of trying to win over customers with quality and, trying to show people that, oh, you should use our product because it's better, they're trying to go with, you should use our product because it's the only option.
But I am using it. That's fucking... But they're not telling me
But
about
you're not using their other products to use it. That's their point.
I am in the evening. All day long, Google, I'll get sore.
That sounds like a you problem.
It does.
Right, where the fuck are you going, Mr. Train? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, hold on. You're going to a train depot. You're going to the right train depot? Uh-oh. Which train depot is that? Okay, good. That's fine. I'm still attacking each of the minimum profit trains. It's proving slow going.
That's classist of you.
Yes. I think being classist is fine. It's not a protected characteristic. Plus, I hate diesel trains, which is fair.
No.
What? They're rubbish. Steam trains are awesome. Electric trains are awesome. Everything else is shit. Hydrogen trains also awesome, possibly. I think I've never seen one. I did know my Zebra was like, but you were talking about buying a train. I'm like, yes, but not actually. That was more of a thought experiment than buying a train.
Modifies ad preferences.
Again?
Quick modifies ad preferences.
Ooh, because if you just said none of that. It was mostly
Bombardier, you've got a customer.
it was mostly just about removing stuff. I'm like, I don't know why you think I'm into this. This is just weird.
I couldn't say I am a parent. I just can't. I can just remove the fact that they think I've got any parental preference at all. I'm like, but Google know I've signed up for Google Parental Link, what it is. And I've set my wife up as a member of that, and I set one of my children up in it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm definitely a parent.
Yeah, well,
this
is what annoys me.
Don't link.
This is what annoys people going, oh, all your Android phones, they're listening to you and sending you ads based on what you say. I'm like fuck they are. They can barely do that when I ask them to, let alone secretly in the background. Like, one day, maybe. You know, I wouldn't like to argue that maybe one day that will happen. But right now, it's definitely not a thing.
Far too much effort, yeah.
And in that case, you've actively said to Google, I'm a parent, and they're like, yeah, whatever. It's like...
They're not.
Yeah.
You don't have children? I'm like, fucking do.
But it's like, I said, Xbox is the same thing. My Xbox knows every game I play, all the games I played the most, it knows that I primarily like twin stick shooters. And yet it goes, hey Adam, why not check out Assassin's Creed and the new FIFA? Like, you know what I like, and it's not that. It's just that it's popular, so they shove it. Whereas they do a shit job at telling me about twin stick shooters I might enjoy. So I have played the Ascent, and it's really fucking good. I'm really enjoying it on the Xbox.
When's the new Halo coming out?
Oh, I don't care.
What?
Well, it's going to be about 9,000 gigs, so you can't even...
Mist comes out like tomorrow, though.
Oh, yeah, that's on Game Pass, isn't it? Yeah. But you know, Quake came out for free on Game Pass and on the Xbox and Steam and stuff.
Okay.
And I saw a tweet that says somebody somewhere is preparing to use the lightning gun underwater for the first time. I was like, oh yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, Quake's on Game Pass now.
Jesus Christ, I haven't played that game since the 90s, and yep.
Did you not play it? We did do a game of Quake, and I played with JK, who got sulky because I kept spawning next to him and killing him, and he got really sulky. I'm like, dude, I'm not choosing the spawns.
I don't think I did that one.
Right, I must take my leave, I think.
Okie
Before I
dokie.
get sucked into another hour of this and go, oh, look at the time.
Well, no, yeah, I'm off to bed soon. Yeah, well, hopefully see you tomorrow. I'll do some live for speed to get our hand in. We should also, except think about downloading R Factor 2 in advance. I need to spend a little bit of time looking at it and working out.
I already downloaded it.
Oh,
Jay
really?
bought it for me. What a nice guy.
Yeah, ditto.
Yes. Now I bought him. What did I buy him? Oh, I bought him Carry Command. That was it. Yeah, my problem with R Factor is it's very serious. Not serious. It's hardcore racing cars. Whereas obviously in Live for Speed we're mostly prattling about in like front wheel drive Vauxhall Corsas. So that's
Yes.
It's just more personable. Like I can not feel. I have more affiliation. I don't know what the right word is. But I will spend some time looking into that. I get Max's list left now. I can put some signs.
And while we're talking, I've just downloaded it. There we are. That's how small it is.
What?
What?
File Factor 2. I just
Yeah.
pulled it while we
That
were
was
talking
3 gigs.
about File Factor 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's refactor.
Yeah.
File Factor 2, yeah.
The problem is you haven't. That's the issue. It will do a shit ton of stuff in game. So and it's all done via the workshop. It's a bit wonky. But yeah, I've had a look, but I need to sort of. It's not as obvious as it should be. I know you can do stupid things like school buses and stuff, like rallying in school buses. It's definitely a thing, but the workshop content doesn't seem to be particularly well organised. So I will spend a bit of time doing that at some point. By the way, SB, if you are around for Live for Speed, you can always just join the server in third-person view and just adjudicate, because sometimes Schalke is wrong.
Oh, that's
lot.
a good point.
Now he says he's not, but
I can't use your airport.
no, what? Fuck off.
What?
Why would you be able to use my airport? You can't use my train stations.
For
either.
helicopters. You're using planes.
They're mine planes.
Well,
Yeah.
since you've got the airport, throw some helicopters at all the oil fields around here.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you?
That does not. Will it help you out?
I don't know. I don't see how it's a loss for you.
I doubt that.
I've never seen a helicopter deal or service the oil
Fine.
platforms for
fine,
passengers
Fine.
and mail.
Just stop talking.
Fine.
I use the Guru X2. That's it. I have very much appreciated being able to play Live for Speed with you guys, and you all getting better, because when you're all taking it just 2% seriously, and we just get, well, we haven't had a whole great race yet, but we get a couple of laps of everybody in formation. It goes spectacularly wrong. It's just been so much fun, and I have got online to play occasionally. I just get destroyed by no-lifers who have done nothing else for a decade. You know, that's not fun. So it's not nice to have fairly reasonably serious racing with people who aren't in completely different order of magnitude of skill. There you go.
There's an update for Carrier Command, by the way.
Very cool.
Cool.
Ooh, a mail tram. Oh.
And for the VR version as well.
What do you know when that was from? Or what version it is?
Of
What?
Version 1.09. Apparently they've broken the pathfinding. Wow, so in this patch they've hard-coded airplane altitudes to 1,000 meters, and people are bitching about it. Because obviously people are going really, really, really high and are just avoiding stuff.
What's that name?
Carrier.
No, he named his helicopter very rudely.
Yeah. Welcome.
And it's not Leviosa.
Nah, it's just a very whiny bloke. Basically going, they've nerfed something that I've been abusing, so therefore I'm unhappy.
Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
But yeah, he's annoyed because you can't fly over stuff.
I thought that was a legit thing. So we're kind of enjoying climbing like 30 kilometers.
Yeah, but it says here, with a service ceiling of only 1,000 meters, planes can no longer recon over or do much attacking on 3 Shield Plus islands. Yeah, you're not supposed to just hang 3 kilometers in the air and bomb all the stuff that can't hit you back.
What?
It should be high risk, but I don't see why that should not be an option.
It's not high risk, it's 0 risk, that's the point.
I guess with perfect AI aim, then it's not risk at
No,
all.
you can put them outside of range. So the ship's AA missiles have a 5 kilometer range, so he was flying above more than 5 kilometers in the air. So they couldn't shoot him.
As you do.
Yeah, but if you had like a lowered hit rate that you have to like spend like 10 times the bombs in order to hit, and then there would be like some, like how much material you put in to get the thing destroyed.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, I mean, they've just done it by not sticking you over, but not by not letting you. But this guy's just like, oh, no one asked for this. And I have come in the game. Are you mad that they fixed an exploit you were using? Because that's just an exploit. Being able to sit, because that means there's no point using any other vehicle. You pick up a razor bill, take it to 10 kilometers, knock out everything on the island, and then every ship, everything on the island, and then you're done. Wandering your virus bomb. So yeah.
With only 2 weapon slots, that's gonna require a lot of landings and deployments.
Well, yeah, but we don't have the good planes yet, though. Apparently, the razor bills get useless the moment you get the mantas.
Gameplay.
I'm also gonna let my train stick on their own.
Right, night guys.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Nighty night.
Tomorrow.
I need to spend some time looking at some Live for Speed skins as well. My cars all have cool skins.
More of those projector game skins.
God,
DJ Arca
that
skins.
took me like an hour, and then we don't use that vehicle anymore. I'm like, ugh. It's quite easy to do. I mean, it's something I used to do as a young lad. But yeah, I should be heading off in about 10 minutes myself.
Oh.
It's the land of Nod. What? It's midnight.
Oh.
Wait. What? You're joining Nod? What about the GD? No, fuck the GDI.
The land of Nod. I never played Command & Conquer. I played Red Alert. I played Command & Conquer afterwards. And Command & Conquer to me just feels like a shitty Red Alert clone. It's ripped off the graphics. Rather than, the other way around. Yeah, I
did
Red
like
Alert fan.
that Hell March song.
Oh, that is so good. Red Alert's brilliant. I love Red Alert. And Red Alert 3 is a masterpiece of gaming. It's an RTS, but it's got 2-player co-op. And the head of the Chinese army is played by Sulu. What's his name? George Takei. The head of the Russian army is played by Tim Curry. And it's just brilliant. If you've not played it, I cannot recommend the game enough. It's just a...
Wait, it was China? I thought it was Japan.
Just Japan. It's been a long
Or
time.
Japan. Rising
Don't
Sun.
they have giant robots? I mean, that's totally Japan.
Schoolgirl robot thing, yeah.
Giant robots, you say?
Oh yeah, Emperor Yashiro from the Empire of the Rising Sun. Oh, yeah, Emperor of Japan. There we go. Yes, he was really good, and George Takei and Tim Curry was enjoying it way too much. And it's just
Way too much.
It's just
became a meme.
it's just some of his it's brilliant, utterly brilliant. I love Red Alert 2. It's great. I should play it again. I've only played it through once.
Nice.
Yes, and then we shall retreat to the only bit not touched by capitalism. And then he says, you can see him desperately not trying to laugh against space. Oh, Tim Curry, we love you.
I was helping clean out one of our rooms, and we had a stack of old DVDs. Looking through it, and there was Rocky Horror Picture Show. I was like, well, that was the only important thing we've done today.
What was I?
Find our DVD that we've lost for a long time of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, I actually saw some feedback on that because there are people now calling for Rocky Horror to basically be dropped as anything within the LGBTQ community because they use the word trans, not transsexual, sorry, not trans, and that's frowned upon now. And every people are like, you don't understand. Like, growing up, this was my first realization. Not me personally, but this is the story. People watched Rocky Horror Picture Show, realizing other people are weird, shall we say. It's not just them. And this is where people began to first learn that, you know, your mainstream media sexuality is not everything there is. And like this was incredibly important film. Yeah, people. But it's an incredibly important film, and for what it was, and it's like it's one of those. It's just because, and they've pointed out if you're gatekeeping stuff because the old stuff is wrong and the new stuff is right, you are in for a shock in 10 years' time, and another one in 20 years' time, and another one in 30 years' time. Because I mean, I've very vaguely seen the word transsexual disappear and the word trans come up because you've also got transvestite and transsexual, which is
I was wondering.
Well, this is
completely opposite, completely unrelated things.
Exactly, and we refer to everything as trans,
except for the first half of the word, which means a crossover.
Across, yeah. So now you've got two different words, sort of vaguely encompassed by, you've just made it more confusing, not clearer. As I've said this before, it annoys me when people are inventing stuff and they have the opportunity to invent clear words rather than clear terms rather than ambiguous ones. One of them is the term MX, which is a gender-neutral replacement for master and mus. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with having a term for that. I do have a problem with the term MUX, MX, because MX already has a meaning and it means motocross.
I know, right?
So, like, pick any other set of words. I mean, we've had some before. This is why I get very angry about the pronoun they, because it doesn't specify how many people, and that annoys me. Not saying we shouldn't have gender-neutral pronouns. I'm all for that, 100%. Just not that word. Make up a new word, a sensible word.
I was taught singular they.
Well, yeah, but it's not.
Back in,
you know,
when I was a kid.
Those 10 blokes there, they are going to go and play football. 10 blokes.
Okay, yeah, but that's...
And I have a standard talk point that system has already been broken with you being also ambiguous on singular or plural.
No. In the UK, you would only ever refer to one person. I'm trying to think of a situation where you lot, if it's you lot, you people, whatever. If it's got a word after it, that's fine. But in of its own, I don't think you is ever plural. Can you give me a sentence where you is referring to more than one thing? Without another word making it explicit.
You stop stealing.
That's one person.
How you know?
Because it's you.
Or it's the same level of ambiguity that they would have.
No.
And because I have a different word, because I use a language where there would be two words for those, and it does differentiate.
Yes, no, I completely agree.
All right, I need you to quiet down. Would somebody like on a podium not use something like that?
Well, I mean,
they were trying to quiet down an audience.
I think it would only be a teacher that would say, "Would you please quiet down?" Yes, I will give you that one. That's the one use case. I can't think of any. I am trying to.
To be fair, that is the only case I could think of.
I mean, if you were to say, "Can you lot?" If you were more accurate, you would say, "Can you lot quieten down?" But that's very, very informal. Very informal. You lot. That's our equivalent to y'all. I'm trying to think if there's any other situation where you could refer to more than one person. The weird thing is, as I said, we've got this whole push in the UK language to this whole gender thing, and if you talk to any European, they're just like. And you know, my language, tables are ladies and cars are men, and that's how it works. Like in Germany, no, what is it in
Oh
Germany?
my god,
like-
everything.
No, like
Yeah.
the word for woman is female, but the word for little girl is male. I think it's something like that because it's the little diminutive pronoun that's male, and you get this bizarre thing. But it's only in the English language that we've got this sort of modern movement towards pronouns
Dirty das.
and gendering and stuff. Because if you speak other languages, you rapidly learn that they do it very differently. And I don't know of any movements in Germany or any other very gendered language to push towards more, I'll say, sensitive pronouns, or whether this is purely an English-speaking phenomenon.
I think it's not the same kind of gender, because then Swedish would have 5 genders, and it's like a totally different thing. It's not related to human social roles at all.
Yeah. But, I mean, is this whole push for personal pronouns a purely an English-speaking thing, or German people also saying, I don't want to be identified as a man or woman, just as myself? I've honestly zero idea whether or not it's a common thing.
Well, I have a gender-neutral third-person pronoun, so there's no war over that.
Yeah, but I've also heard of a push for neutrality up in that region of language speaking.
But I mean,
I don't remember specifically which country it is that's been doing such a hard push for so long.
Yeah, so I receive a lot of this via memes, but obviously I don't hang on German meme websites, so not often. They're just very, very serious websites.
I just know
organising
it's
things.
either Norway, Sweden, or Finland that's doing it.
Doing what?
One of the Nordic countries pushing for more personalised pronouns. He, she, it, they, Lord, massive balls, etc.
Like, it was decades ago I heard about how there's some people over in that region of the world are trying to raise their children without the concept of, they're just going for pure neutrality on that.
Yeah, Swedish language has
So-
that, and they are like kind of fan of those kind of thinking, and maybe changing the upbringing. But Finnish language like natively supports that all kind of already, so there's no conflict.
Oh God! I just googled what you're talking about, and I've got the term fifth declension.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm already lost. Like, you don't understand. Swedish grammar, Wikipedia. It starts with fifth declension nouns have no plural ending, begin with the common or neuter gender. Right, you've already lost me.
So words.
There's
Some of them I understand.
There's only 4 genders. There's masculine, feminine, common, and neuter. Apparently. What's the 5th one? Oh, neutral,
I don't know
natural.
them by those names.
robots.
There's
They are kind of mandatory for me, but
Yeah.
I only know them by numbers and like how they affect the inflection.
Well, there's masculine, natural gender, feminine, natural gender, common, grammatical gender, neuter, grammatical gender, and neutral, natural gender. That might be what you're talking about, Esmia. Due to having natural genders for people, like a man is masculine and a woman is feminine, genders in word like pronunciations, a problem arises when discussing a person of unknown or undefined gender. Traditionally, the masculine pronouns be used in that case, but this has caused some concern about cultural sexism. As a solution, some feminists in Sweden have proposed to add a third class of gender-neutral pronouns for people. This is used in some places in Sweden. The Danish translation is added but not ever actually used. In 2015, hen, which is the natural neutral gender word, has been introduced in the glossary, in the SAOL, the glossary of the Swedish Academy. So in 2015, they have added a gender neutral way of describing a person.
So it was officially recognized in 2015.
I assume if it's in the glossary of the Swedish Academy, yes. It is the single volume that is considered the final arbiter of Swedish spelling. So it's equivalent to the OED or something.
Nice.
Well, aren't we all learning something today? Right, time to say, are you about to do anything, Tad? You about to click anything?
We're good.
Okay, I am going to save it then. And we'll be back tomorrow for driving around in cars. Cheers for watching, and I don't think we've clipped anything.